Yo, what it do? What it do, y'all? Shout out to Italian Bully, shout out to Dream Dog, shout out to Sophisticated Nunu, shout out to Chicks 1000, aka Chick 1K, shout out to Nail Born, shout out to my guy Audio Crack 22, shout out to Unspoken Crime Murder, shout out to Nephew for Real, and last but not least, shout out to my guy Spoon. Go subscribe to his channel. If you can subscribe to his channel, Spoonful is a Game on YouTube. That's YNW Juvie Father. As y'all know, he been going viral lately. He been going viral. And I was just talking to Spoon a little earlier. He said he thank all y'all for y'all support, man. What's up, y'all? I'm finna pull y'all up. What it do, Tanel? What it do, Bully? Tanel, what it do, Crack?
Hey,
Good,
what it do?
good
Salute to
morning.
you.
Good morning.
Good morning. My bad, y'all. I just got off of work not too long ago. I had to pull up though. My phone was going crazy, maturing, calling me. Everybody was texting me. Oh man, you on DJ Academic? You on DJ Academic? I didn't even get a chance to watch it. I don't even know what Hey Tamara, aka Peanut. How you doing, Tamara? Hello, Tamara.
Yeah.
I was just saying hello. How you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Okay then. But it's your first time up on the panel. But I know you've been supporting for a while, so I appreciate you.
Yeah, I like the sound.
You sound kind of low.
I'm laying down. I didn't expect this to
Oh, we can't hardly.
be live. I was trying to hide in the bushes.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate your support. I ain't watched the. I ain't what up, buddy? What it do? Uh, I ain't watched the DJ academic thing. What was he saying on the? I was at work. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
I didn't
I
even know
didn't.
you were on there.
Yeah, they said that. What everybody was saying I was on there today.
All
What
right,
he
let's
was
speak. Let's speak on it.
what he was saying, crack.
Okay, so they played you in academics. I sent you the link. I said, "Look, boy, you made it, boy. You made academics, right?" I
Mm-hmm.
think they were speaking. First of all, they were speaking about they really played you in Spoon O Live, where
Mm-hmm.
you because you was the first person to interview him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he went back. He started playing that, but that's not what got me, bro. What got me was he was actually talking to Bortland through IG or whatever he was doing with his phone, and he kept going to his phone saying, Bortland said this, Bortland said that.
Mm-hmm.
So Bortland made a statement that academics read that kind of like threw me. He was like, somebody got some backlash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the he said something like Bortland said, I never met Juvie father. I don't know him like that. Blah 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 blah, or some shit like that. It's a bunch of shit. But the I think the lady, you know who Melissa is that came up on your platform?
Melissa, Mimi, Melanie.
Melanie. There it is. I
Mm-hmm.
seen her in the chat, so she
Mm-hmm.
will be able to give you more because I caught it a little bit late, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't go back. But yeah, he was talking to Bortland through I believe it was IG Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
And when he would ask him a question or two, then Bortland would say his answer, and then he would speak on it. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
we got to really I can't verbatim tell you exactly how it happened, but man, we got to go back and really listen to that because
you want me to
like
pull him up? You want me to
I
pull up the
mean,
interview?
yeah, try to figure out like where he went to where he was talking about Bortland, where him and Bortland was talking from IG Live, and he was telling the audience about what Bortland was saying. I don't know the timeline or the timestamp or nothing like that, so it'd probably take you a while. But yeah, he was talking to Buddy.
Mm-hmm. And this
Hmm.
the and
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to figure out which of the TJ Academics one it is. I think it's. I know. I think I remember the one you sent me. It's
Yeah, so hit the
Melly
link that
Cooked or something.
yeah hit that link that I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while you pulling that up, let me tell you, I went around being nosy on the internet after we got off earlier today because I just wanted to check and see exactly what. And look, you
Mm-hmm.
can depend on what other people tell you, but sometimes you just need to see shit for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I really wanted to see exactly what Borden was charged with. So I figured it out. And Keon was right. He is charged with 2 counts of murder
Mm-hmm.
and 2 counts of accessory after the fact. Not just one, but two.
Mm-hmm.
So he got more charges than Melly doing this shit.
Wow.
Wait, you
And
saying
ain't
Borden?
flipped.
You saying
Yes.
Borden? Okay, I
Yes.
didn't know that's news to me. I didn't know that.
Me
Okay,
neither.
okay.
None of us did. We thought the murder
Yeah.
charges had been dropped. They have not. They are still right there on record.
Mm. Good
So is
news.
he?
Good
So
news. Good news.
so is he facing the death penalty?
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't seen. I didn't see anything on the in the paperwork saying that he was going to be death penalty qualified.
It seems. I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna just be real. Broward County dropping the ball all the way around on this end. Because if that's the case, if that's the case, y'all, why they tried them together? I mean, why they didn't try them together?
I don't know.
Well, sometimes in cases like let's go back to the YSL case. Sometimes a lawyer will ask to be tried separately.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? We
True,
don't. Yeah, we don't know if that happened before the time. We probably could go in the on the Broward County.
but I didn't see it in the record.
Right. So if you didn't see it, but a lot of them records be hidden. You got to click something, then you'll get to it. So sometimes they be in the back. You know, when you
Mhm.
hit that little green thing and you see what the papers are. Sometimes you got to hit another shit and you can see it. So it's a possibility that that was said, but I can't prove that. So that's just a speculation because it's like, yeah, nigga, like if that's the case, then we gonna go at this together.
Mhm.
Okay, Keon, you read both of them thoroughly. He's not facing the death penalty. Got you.
Okay. I
And I
thought.
wasn't saying I didn't trust you earlier. I just had to see it for myself.
Oh, I'm glad you went and checked it out because um I had no idea. That's why I love y'all because y'all be getting the facts over here. Um,
Yeah, I literally like got a notebook today and started taking notes.
really, right.
Yeah, because I'm like, this is too much stuff. I ain't gonna remember all this. Let me write this down.
Hmm.
And let's talk about what you talked about earlier. When we talked, Marita Boy, about they said that Bortland didn't have gunshot residue on him.
Okay,
Correct?
okay, right. So check this out. I did go do a little bit more, do a little research on that. So if you,
Yeah, I did too.
I watched the Cuff Boys interview on that.
Me
So
too.
what they were saying was that the initial test came back negative, but the lab test came back positive. Is that what you heard too, Tanel?
Yep.
Mm, damn.
So we
So
back in.
so 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 do you think that maybe the lab test came back positive on his clothes but not his hands? Is that could be a difference, right? Because when you shoot, of course it's gonna be on your hands. But remember, he did change some clothes, so we don't know if he put some water on his hands or you really that don't get the gunshot residue off. You got to pee on your hands. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Hmm.
So we don't know what the man did. But for we, so that's where we at. We got to figure out was it on his hands or his clothes because I heard one of the police say or one of the experts say that in a car if someone shoots you can get gunshot residue on you. He didn't say on your hands, but he said on you.
Hmm.
So that to me that means on your clothes.
Hmm.
He changed his clothes, but I think he just changed his top
He
clothes.
didn't change anything. He just put a hoodie on over the shirt that he already had on.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
so
put
that
a hoodie
means
on.
what's under there, you still got that, right? So regardless if you okay, so if I got a t-shirt on and then it happened in the car, then I grab a sweater and I put that on. That don't negate what's on my t-shirt.
Right.
Yes. So I'm just thinking, was my main question was it on his hands, like as if he was shooting, or was it on his clothes?
The defense attorney said that he had it on his hands.
Yeah,
And
Keon just said it was a field test where it came back negative and it didn't turn all the way blue. But once it came back from the lab, basically, that's
that's
when it
that,
came back positive.
that's what
Okay.
the Cuff Boys interpreted from what he heard the expert saying. Um,
Yeah, and I actually had went back and watched that part of the trial again where he was talking about it. That's what the expert was implying.
mhm. Mm-hmm.
So now we've come back around to there being gunshot residue on Board's hands.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what I was thinking about though? Um, because I was just thinking, because I'm gonna tell you something. The defense is doing a good job of muddying the waters. But I was thinking about this. We still get back round to the cell phone, records, putting them there, putting them walking around the car, and all of that right there. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Putting him,
Absolutely.
in that seat. The video camera putting him in, getting in that car in that seat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me.
So
I don't mean to cut you off, bro.
no, go ahead.
I apologize, but I seen today that they had the red Mitsubishi pulling into where the apartments that Fredo Bang lived in, right?
I think it's their apartment. I think it was their house.
Cool. We see, you can see a hand or something moving somebody in the passenger seat, but you can't see how many people in the back seat, right?
Mhm.
Because the dark tint.
Mhm.
So remember, it was an individual that said Millie jumped out the car and jumped in their car.
Mhm.
So it's like I see where they going with it. They look, reasonable doubt is a motherfucker. Like you know, without a weapon, it's tough. But I still feel like everybody jumping a gun because it's the third day, man. Listen, man, this is just the third day of trial. We ain't even got to really breaking down the the ballistics and et cetera, et cetera. So
Mhm.
I just want to say people need to slow down and understand that this is a process,
Mhm.
especially when you don't have the smoking gun. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like when you don't have the
Mhm.
smoking gun, then it's like, okay, we gotta make this make sense to the
Mhm.
jurors. Fuck
Mhm.
the public, because the
Mhm.
public is the public, but the jurors are the people that they have to convince. Now,
Mhm.
when Buddy, which is the black man on Melly's side, came up and he lied. I don't give a
Mhm.
fuck. He lied. He said that they had no. He didn't lie.
Didn't really lie. He kind of like,
Yeah, but you just told me that they said that they did. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm confused at.
yeah,
Can you make that make sense to me?
not really, because Keon is pretty much right from, and Tanel as well. They did a field test. The field test came back. Well, he interpreted the field test as negative. If you look at the actual field test, though, it's something on that damn on the little cloth. Because they even got like little samples that'll show you what a negative test supposed to look like and what a positive test look like. The positive test look like it's a little dirty, but the negative test look completely clean. And the test that they did on board it looked a little dirty, but they said he interpreted it as a negative test. But he said after that, when they sent it to the actual lab, it came back positive. That's what he said. So
Okay, okay. So me myself, bro, like we like the masses, like with a brain, kind of know what happened allegedly, right? But
right, everybody know what happened. It's just that
right, right.
it's just it's
We got to prove it.
right,
They have to prove this, right?
right.
So here comes the reasonable doubt, right? So
Hmm.
all I'm saying is I want people to just relax. Remember, this YSL trial has been going on for months. I
Hmm.
believe that this trial is going to do the same. It's a little bit different because this trial has been giving us a lot of shit early.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But we haven't got to really where
Hmm.
the prosecution is going to really break it down. It's just we just you know what I'm saying. So it looks a little different, but I
Hmm.
just want people to slow down and understand, man. 3 days ain't nothing in this trial. This is a death penalty trial.
But you know how it is. I already see what's going on here. It's dividing people. It's dividing people. Some people is free Melly and some people is lock Melly up. And it's hate it or love it. It's dividing people. You know what I mean? I'm talking about. I got people on my Facebook. I posted uh that we was on DJ Academic, and I got a friend that I knew him since he was a little boy, and he posted on my thing free Melly. I blocked his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just went on and blocked him. I deleted his comment and blocked him. He might not even know he blocked, but he blocked. You know what
Yeah,
You'll find out.
I'm saying?
it's just like this, bro. Like it's tough because people gonna judge you because you close to the case and you got a friend that's in the case. So that's what
Mhm.
that is what's gonna come with the internet. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And yeah, did you pick a side? Did well, I ain't gonna say you. Did I pick a side? I picked a side.
I picked a side. I'm
God
cool
damn
with
it!
it.
Like so, I'm gonna stand on it, but we do have to understand other people's opinions and plights and shit. But at the end of the day, like I picked a side, bro. Like
Oh,
I'm a
li-
father. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Yeah. So it
Listen,
hit me different.
listen. I'm cool with them. I'm cool with people being a Melly fans and all of that on YouTube. But what you ain't finna do is you ain't finna get on my social media and do that shit. You feel what I mean? On my Facebook and do that shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
I hear
No.
you. I hear you.
Shit, no. You know what I'm saying?
What's up,
Um,
Italian bully?
what's up, buddy? But another thing I was thinking about,
What's going on? What's going on? My bad. I'm sitting here tuned in and on the phone and shit. You know how it go.
right, another thing I was thinking about too, they got to explain that shell casing inside that car as well. You
They
know,
really can't.
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
man, that's gonna be tough to beat. That's gonna be,
that's what I'm saying.
especially with the up close impression on rest in peace Juvie cheek.
Hmm.
You can't shoot from outside and get that impression from a gun on there. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
That should that's just not possible. That ain't no logic. That's not science, math,
Hmm.
whatever you want to say. It ain't that.
Hmm.
So I think that we just gotta wait and see once they start unleashing all of this evidence that they got without this weapon, how these people, these 12 people, take that.
Hmm.
If that makes sense.
Hmm.
No, it makes perfect sense. If they
Hmm.
can keep the 12 people awake long enough to hear all the damn evidence, because one of the jurors fell asleep during the ballistic shit.
Hmm. Oh, another thing, they said it was some kind of incident uh at with one of the family members, and they had to. I think he left up out the courtroom or something, and the deputies went out behind him, and some more deputies went out behind him, and him and Melly kind of got into some kind of uh kind of staring match or something. Um,
Yeah,
did y'all hear about that?
yeah.
You heard about that too,
Uh,
Crack or Bully?
Yeah, I
Nah,
heard about that. I seen oh your boy what's his name? What's the dude name? We went over one of his videos. Cuff Boys, man, he
Cuff
got a
Boys.
whole little segment on that,
Yeah,
showing
Cuff
everything that
Boys.
went on in
You
court.
ain't see it? You ain't see it, Crack?
nah, I'm lost on that one, but
Oh, it was serious. Melly was kind of
I'm
like
lost on that one.
mad. He was like he was explaining whatever was going on to his lawyer. He was animated. He was, it looked like a
Oh no, okay, I seen that, but I didn't know I didn't know what that was about.
yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
I don't know what was going on or whatever, but it was something, you
yeah,
know.
I think it had to be something with the families outside clashing.
Yeah.
I don't know
Mm-hmm.
which side the person was on, whether he was on the prosecution or the defense side, but he got up and mouthed something to Melly, and then like kind of thumped his chest at him, and then walked out. And it was just a whole big bunch of bullshit. But they
Let me
did
Mm-hmm.
have
ask
to
y'all
come in
this.
there and ask for another sheriff to come outside to help him with whatever was going on outside the courtroom.
Damn, I ain't hear none of that. But let me ask y'all this though. So, did y'all hear about the part where wait, hold on, my dog. My bad, my dog at my door. Give me a second, dog.
Okay.
No problem.
What I was gonna say? Um, I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna listen to audio. But I will say this. I think this.
Okay, I'm back.
Go ahead.
So, did y'all hear? Okay, so I sent you a video, um, Marie Du Bois. I want to know, did you see the? I think it. I want to say it was YNW Juvie mom speaking. It was a light skinned lady. Did y'all see it on the news?
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I think I saw it. I think I saw it. Heavy said lady light skin.
Yeah, she light skinned and she had another lady that was, I'll say, fair or darker, a little darker complexion next to her, and she even spoke saying, I want to say allegedly this is YNW Juvie mom, and
Uh-huh.
she was sitting there and she said, how he, because they asked her about how he's acting and shit, and she was like, I don't know why he acting like that. This is a tragedy and et cetera, et cetera. And then they asked the other lady, the dark skinned lady next to her, and she said, we've been knowing him since he was a kid, and that we ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I
Mm-hmm.
sent you the video, so I don't know if they said it was, in my opinion, they said it was Juvie's mom. It's a
Mm-hmm.
light skinned lady. She had the, I forgot, she had like a
I don't think I,
something
I don't
on
think I, I don't think
dark.
I,
I
I don't,
sent it to you. I sent you the video.
I don't think I looked at it. I think you might have sent when I was at work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
sent you the video, bro, because I
let me
was
see.
like, damn, this is the first time I heard one of the moms speak out. I wanted to make sure that it was Juvie mom
Let me
and not
see.
Sack mom. I'm
Let
just
me
not
see.
sure.
Let
Yeah,
me see. I'm looking through my phone right now.
I'm finna send it right back to you.
You can't send it to my email,
Let me see right quick.
and then I'll put it up.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if I saw that.
I
They
think I,
did have a clip of Juvie's mom on Law and Crime Network this
I,
afternoon, though,
I think I saw her too, because I think me and Spoon talked about her.
because they called him Christopher Phillips, and I was just like, that's not his name. Y'all should know his name.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. It kind of pissed me off a little bit because it's just
Mm,
like, damn, it's disrespect. I don't know. I have to think about names because people have been mispronouncing my name my whole life.
mm,
So that that's a thing with me about getting somebody's name right.
right.
So I just didn't understand that. Like,
Right.
how do you not know that man's last name is Thomas when you've said it because you talked to his dad? It was the same lady who had
Right.
talked to Spoon the day before. So I'm like, how the hell don't you know that boy last name? Come on now.
Right. I'm gonna say this too, y'all. I don't mean to cut y'all, but I feel like that really was tracking them comments last night too. I
Might have been.
I really do because it was just how he put it, how he said what he said. I believe that really was. I actually went to the page, um,
Hmm.
and I mean it was a page that I think it had just been made, but it just felt like him reading that comment. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It wasn't a troll, like a troll. It was somebody. He just said what he said and he got on. You get what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So I feel like it was him though. It's cool though.
It probably was.
Hmm.
Hey,
I'm glad.
that's similar to that Benny King comment. He posted a little comment, retracted it, didn't say nothing else.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
No, ain't no telling. I'm pretty sure. Hey man, everybody seeing it now, bro. This shit going up. Like Spoon interview with the people that's streaming the court case, man. That's almost at 300,000 views. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Then you got when Academics pulled you up, that's almost at like 15,000, something like
Oh,
that.
oh, that's what's up. That's
That
what's up.
shit doing numbers. Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
you know what I thought about Bully? I was excited about it, and I am a little bit, but I thought about it. I was like, you know what? At the beginning, end of the day, this really about Sack and Juvie and justice for them. So you know, yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I appreciate it and all of that, but
But
yeah,
y'all the only one speaking out on their behalf, you feel me? So,
yeah, yeah,
you just gotta take it
Yeah.
in stride.
right. You get what I'm saying? Like I ain't, you know what I mean? Like I
That's
just
not what you're doing it for, so
is
that's not what you're looking
exact,
for in
exact,
return. I get
exact,
it.
exactly. If it was another situation, then maybe yeah, okay. But I really thought about it. I was happy for a little bit because I learned about this at work. But then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Nah, bro. This shit really about them boys, man. So, like it's unfinished business. And again, it's personal for me. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I do get happy seeing Spoon. I'm telling you, the man really he in a better place than he was because I'm gonna say this, y'all. I ain't trying to tell everything, but he ain't really got a lot of people that supporting him. You know what I'm saying? Like he really,
Hmm.
y'all support that man more than a lot of people, bro. I'm trying to tell you now. I ain't just, I ain't trying to say everything. Cause people be listening, and then he be, have to deal with shit down the way he live at. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, it's not a lot of people that is with him, riding with him, and you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
And that's just a damn shame.
Yeah.
You check your email,
Oh, let me check it.
and I send it back to your phone too.
Oh, okay. Let me see real quick. Yeah. So, and he would let me know. We were talking about that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a strange case, man. A lot of people, they going with the money. That's all I'm gonna try. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
They rocking with the money. They trying to be cool with Melly. You know, or play or have one foot in and one foot out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Trying to play both sides of the fence. I don't like that shit at all.
Yeah, like it's like, damn,
That
damn.
was my problem with Lil Melly the other night. Pick a side, little nigga.
Man, Lil Melly been going crazy.
To
Hey,
the
hey, 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 hey,
let's
Man, y'all
talk
still
Lil
gotta send me
Belly.
that video, man. I
hey,
gotta see
listen,
it.
hey, listen. Hey, I'm gonna
I
tell you
gotta
about.
see it.
Let me tell you
Lil
about the.
Belly was in his bag,
I'm
wasn't
gonna tell you,
he? You
but
gotta get
listen,
the fuck up out of here, nigga.
Lil Melly in rare. Listen, Lil Melly is in rare form. Hey, check this out. Crack. I'm trying to click the link, but the link it ain't lighting up or nothing.
Okay, cause I screen recorded. I can't find it on. Shit. Let me see. Okay,
Hey,
you can't on your phone. You could push play, right?
yeah, I think I can get it on my phone, but I can't pull it up on the screen though.
But I need you. Just look at it and see who this woman is, and then we
Okay,
can speak about it, and then I'll figure that out later. I don't know. I don't know how to.
okay. Where is that on YouTube?
It's it's a motherfucker that dropped the video, and it was a news clip, but I can't remember at this point in time who it was. I just screen recorded the news clip because this is the news with this lady, and she
Okay.
was speaking about her son being murdered, and I
Yeah,
think
that's
it.
her. That's her.
Yeah, okay.
That's her.
So that's her.
Yeah, that's her.
Okay, so that makes me say, okay, now I don't want to be judged for this, bro, but like, you,
No, you good.
okay, so you took the money, but now you feeling as if you on the right side now. So it's weird to me. Like I'm trying to figure this shit out, bro. Like
Bro,
I'm not trying to cast nothing on nobody, bro. Because I respect everybody. Because if I was in this situation, bro, I'd be fucked up. But I'm
right.
just saying, like with Spoon, what he's saying, and then she's saying that she ain't fucking with that nigga. But that's Jamie friend, correct?
Hey,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm just confused, bro. So the girl next to him, that was not that was not her his daughter. That was not Spoon daughter, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Cause Spoon only got one kid from her.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was somebody else that was speaking next to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure that out. That's all. No disrespect at all.
Right, right, right.
But these are things that's gonna come up in YouTube, bro. So it'd be best if we talk about them and try to figure it out before they hit the airwaves.
Right. Yeah. Listen, that's what I'm trying to say. I be. See me. I say a lot of shit, but because of Spoon, my friend, and I know what be some of what be going on, cause he be letting me enlighten me on shit. So some shit I don't say, but if it was, if it wasn't for that, I'd say all the shit. But it's a lot of shit going on behind closed doors, and you'd be surprised. You'd be thinking that people would be one way, but it's a
Well, I'm gonna
whole.
fall back, bro. I'm gonna
You know
fall
what I'm
back.
saying? It's a
You know, I'm gonna
whole,
fall back. No
whole
disrespect, like I said to Spoon,
right.
I'm gonna fall back because I just didn't know who she was. And I
Yeah.
like, to see that clip, to see it, someone else from the family speak besides Spoon, because I only see Spoon.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm talking about with with Juvie or Sack. You know what I'm saying? So like that hit different when I was like, damn, okay, so she had an interview.
Mm-hmm.
So me myself, man, I'm gonna fall back. Let's just move on.
Yeah, it's hell. But look, hey, bully,
Yo,
go. Cause I ain't gonna put the nigga on my page, get a nigga no clout my channel. But go look up PJ the God. PJ the
P,
God.
PJ the God.
PJ the
Hold
God. It's PJ THA God.
Okay,
Bro,
PJ THA God.
this dude tweaking. He ain't even just tweaking on me and Smooth. I see he went
Oh
off.
God damn.
He went off on what is motherfucking name? OG person too. I
This
say,
nigga got all kind of goddamn little video. He got 11 subscribers. He going up in the world.
bro, watch this guy.
I'm
Bro,
sorry.
That little bit ass cross in the middle of the goddamn big ass head.
bro, I'm talking about, and that little ponytail is far up on the top of that head,
Man, then he ain't got no hairline.
man. And I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Damn.
He don't look no 17 either. He look a little older than that.
Yeah,
There.
I'm saying he look about 40. That's a Zulu warrior, but that nigga look like motherfucking a gargoyle. What the fuck is going on with this nigga?
Listen, I think he a troll because I'm looking at the videos and he got one talking about Kwame Brown. But everybody he cussing him up. He cussing out on.
Man, this
Oh,
nigga, man, he was
Bruh,
going to be a
send me the
YouTuber.
link, bro, so I can see this shit.
All right,
Yeah, this shit, hey, bro, trust me. When you see this shit,
We
when
talking
you
about Lil
put that
Melly?
shit,
Lil
man, Little
Melly.
Melly, nigga, when
That's
you
what
put that shit
I
in your
sniffed that
search
nigga.
engine.
Be Battalion Bully. I sniffed that nigga out early. I
that's
knew
Oh
what it
my
was.
God.
no.
Man,
I knew it. I told y'all. That nigga is Lil
nigga
Melly.
17, born in 19 something. Nigga, no hell.
Yeah, nigga, you ain't because I'm looking at his face. I'm saying you 17, so I had to digress. I'm like, I'm not gonna go again. My
I
son
don't know about that
23,
17
so
shit.
I ain't gonna go again. I'm just saying I ain't gonna like attack a 17-year-old. I gotta teach
Bro.
him.
I
But
just sent it.
bro,
I
like
just sent
you
it.
not 17, bro. You got veins in your head and all type of shit.
I just sent it. I just sent it.
Boy, you stupid. Boy, you stupid.
That nigga, that nigga
oh
about
shit.
36, nigga. Like he cut all his facial
Oh,
hair off and shit. Let me stop.
y'all not gonna have me on here ugly laughing.
But this
Stop.
man, it's something wrong with this man. I'm telling y'all.
Oh,
He ain't
see.
got him. I just sent it to your audio. It's something wrong with the man, bro. It's
I'm
something
gonna
wrong.
have to look him up after I get off here. I ain't getting ready to even give him no attention.
It's called
Wow, I don't even want you to hear him playing in the background.
man. His name is PJ the God. PJTHAGOD. Bro, this man is insane. I'm telling you, something wrong with that young man
That old young man.
or that old young man. I'm telling you, he actually needs help. But I'm gonna pull up this academic thing because I ain't seen it yet. I'm gonna see what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to fast forward to like I caught you around like 2 hours, 2 hour and 4 minutes, but you might can start at like an hour and 58 minutes or somewhere around there.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
and it should be on the but hey, even since then I went back and looked, but like the last 2 days, that interview with you and Spoon, like been going crazy. I think it was at like probably like what 10K, 12K. That shit almost 20K now.
Stop it.
Man, on everything I love, bro.
I promise I ain't seen none of that. I ain't seen none of that.
Yeah,
Okay
yeah,
then.
yeah. I checked the views on it. That shit done been going up, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what's up. I'm trying to see.
Mm-hmm.
And that video and that thing was done what, about 2 years ago?
Going on like 2 years ago,
And
something like that.
Yeah.
I actually gave the whole interview back to Spoon probably about a week ago because I wanted him to get his help him get his subscribers and his watch time out. What no, his subscribers up, and he was supposed to chop it up and drop it on his channel. Because it's like 8 hours of interview. I interviewed him twice, and the reason why, since the case going on, I can say it now. The reason why I didn't never drop no more is because his lawyer had done kind of advised him uh not to be not to put none of the stuff out no more. So I had out of respect and out of his wishes, I just stopped dropping it. But
Mm-hmm.
since he can speak and all that stuff now, I just gave it back to him. So he should be chopping it up and dropping it on his own channel.
Yeah,
That'll
yeah.
work.
I
Yeah.
hit your IG too, man. I'll let you know about what Giggity we're talking about. It's in your
Who?
Giggity. Oh, Giggity, gangster.
He was talking about me.
No. He was throwing he had just made a video the other day. He was talking about Boosie getting locked up at the
Oh,
trial or whatever.
I'm gonna go
Yeah, he
check.
said
I'm gonna go check my IG because what it was saying.
he just threw some prices out there, and I put it in your inbox.
Oh, he threw some prices out there.
Yeah. He said for 30 to 40 minutes, and then he gave it. I ain't gonna say it, but
Right.
it's in your inbox.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, OG giggity. I knew him and Hot Boy Major were gonna get into it though. I really did. When I first seen him, Hot Boy Major doing the interview, I say that ain't gonna work.
Said that ain't gonna mix, huh?
Yeah, I knew it. I seen it going down.
Yeah.
But I'm trying. I just had it down. I just had the damn.
Damn, what audio go?
He probably went to
Oh
look at
no. Oh, he said
audio.
he backstage. He backstage.
Yeah, I
Audio,
was gonna say he in the back.
audio went to look at Lil Melly. I knew he did. I knew that what he went to do. That's audio homeboy.
God
Audio,
damn,
audio.
nigga.
He tried to speak
I'm
to him. He
back
tried
there.
to speak to him.
Hold
Audio was
on,
trying
man.
to.
I'm back there in 5 minutes. Look,
You
I
were trying to
told you.
save him.
That's one of them niggas that you dig like cloud chase
Can't
don't
say
make
it,
you
huh?
crazy, bro. Like that's just what it is. We sniffed it out. We got it. We got rid of it. We move on, bro. But I know it. I smelled it. I felt it. You feel me? Like
No, you couldn't have. See, you was steady trying to get me to be nice
Right.
and
You were
steady
trying.
talking to his
Right.
ass
You.
and shit. And you ain't sniffed that shit
Yeah.
out.
well,
Hell yeah.
hold
You were
on,
trying to
hold on,
save him.
hold on, hold on, hold on. No. Let me rebut that. You gotta on YouTube. You gotta be a certain way sometimes. So we gotta make the show right. So yeah, I might be saying something, but once I realized that was that, that was that. You know what I'm saying? Like no disrespect to you, Chanel. Like I know.
No, I'm
I
not. You
understood.
good?
I understood exactly where he was coming from, but like we can't always be mad at motherfuckers that's pro Melly because that's just what they are.
That nigga is crazy
I
though.
wasn't
But
mad at
but
him.
that nigga is a motherfucking troll.
I
He's a
wasn't
nigga.
mad at him.
Yeah, he just.
I just,
I was at
I
first,
wasn't.
but
I
I
wasn't
gave him.
mad at him either. I was
We
laughing
I
at him.
wasn't
gave him a
not for
chance
being
though.
pro Melly. My thing is, like I said before, pick a side, little nigga. You can't come up in here talking about, well, I think he did it, but no, there is no but. He
What
either
that's
did
pro.
it or
That's
he
being
didn't.
pro Melly though. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying? So
hey, that
yeah,
I'm gonna
that
cut y'all.
ain't-
Go ahead. Go ahead,
yeah, that's just being pro Melly. That's just being someone that
man.
that's a fan, bro. That nigga a fan.
That
And
man's
then
lost.
I didn't even know he had a channel and he was y'all niggas just put me up on some shit, but we was right. I'll say that. We
That
we we, we won
Yep.
on it. Yeah.
that young man is lost. Did you get a chance to check him out, Bully?
Bro, I just got done with this nigga's retarded. And them some fake ass them some fake ass Apple AirPods in his ear too. Them little $17 ones you get from the gas station. Fat ass earbuds in his ear, man. Something wrong with this nigga, man. Like really wrong with dude.
Bro, something wrong with him. I'm telling you,
Oh, I can't wait to get off of here and go see.
man.
But I refuse to leave just to come back
But
just
man,
because.
you
Nah.
better
Chanel,
do
go
it, because I
look, go
really want to
look,
hear how you feel.
go
Because
look, Chanel.
I
How
Oh
haven't.
about
Lord.
That
please
All
shit
go,
is
right, I'll be
crazy.
back.
All
please
right,
go
cool.
look.
Bet.
I can't find. I'm just trying to figure out how the hell I can't find this goddamn. Oh, I know what I do. I know what I do. I'm tripping.
Oh, it's on Academics' second page. It's
I know that's
because I
all right.
couldn't find it either, but it's on his second page. It's
Yeah.
hold on. I can give you the YouTube page. Look
You
it
talking
up.
about when
Oh,
they was playing the shit?
yeah,
Yeah.
Nigga, click the link that I gave you in the thing.
but it's
And
on
what
my
you do?
phone. That's on my
Damn.
phone though.
Okay, hold on. I'm
Hold on, I got you. It's right here in my history.
Okay, what it is? Cause that's what I was looking through my
Hold
history.
on, let me go. Oh shit, hold on.
Nigga made it.
You think?
Yeah, that shit, they got you on there, boy. I ain't
Listen,
talking about no little 30 seconds either. I'm talking about
no,
damn near like
nigga, we
10,
we
15
talking.
minutes worth of them.
Yeah, we breaking. We niggas is breaking shit down. So I
Mm-hmm.
say,
Hold on.
people hate academics and all that, but
Yeah.
the platform is huge.
Yeah,
Just like No Jumper, you was
yeah.
on. You
Right,
know what I'm
right,
saying? They
right.
pulled up some
Oh yeah,
shit
they
about
got Spoon on there. They got Spoon on All Urban Central, on there, No
come
Jumper,
on, man.
on Hood Zone, on
Come on, nigga. Come on. That shit working. The
Yeah.
machine working. You did.
okay, is DJ Academics.
Uh huh.
TV2.
Okay, I see it. Let me
Yeah,
see.
and then it's
Right.
the 3 hour and 38 minute video.
Okay. Let me hide the chat. And you say go to about 2 hours
Go
and what?
like go like an hour and 58 minutes,
Okay,
something like
yeah.
that. And if it's already on there, you might have to rewind a little bit to when he, you know what I'm saying. Hold on, let me see.
Oh. Okay, I got it. Let's see.
Okay, it come in exactly. My bad. Go to like 2 hours and 2 minutes. That way, it give you enough time to.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. Let me see. Share
They played
screen.
it. That boy still had them wigs in there.
Right,
That boy still had them wigs in there. They went and got in the archives on that thing.
right. Let me see
Yeah.
where we at with this thing. I'm gonna drop the link it for Tanel so she ain't got to scroll back so far up to get it when she come back in. Paste. Okay, let's see what's going on. Is that it right there? Okay. My bad, y'all. I'm tripping. I was bumping off my little free screen yard, boy. They made me go on and pay for it the other day. I tried to get on screen yard.
Yeah, they gonna get it one way or another.
They made me pay for it.
Absolutely.
I
It's
said,
worth it though. It's worth it.
yeah, they made me pay for it.
Yeah. Now you can get about 10 people up there, right?
I got the middle package. I got
Oh, okay.
the $25 package. The other one 40.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm being as fair as possible. Now granted, that's sometimes it's two or three. It's really three sides of the story. His side, and then the truth. So maybe Juvie's dad is like, yo, that's an insult. Fuck that. Nah, it's not the prosecutors who sent me off on a dummy mission. I really believe this guy killed my son. And if that's the case, again, I don't want to devalue anyone's opinion because I'm not the person who lost someone, right? But I'm just giving you a little clue. There are people who they would never disrespect him, but they believe that the reason why he's speaking up and speaking out against Melly is because of the prosecutor coming to him to say, "We have the killer of your son, and we believe it's Melly." And obviously, it just makes sense. You're gonna hate whoever killed or whoever was said to kill your son. Anyway, let's keep going.
Was there any sign of bad blood before your son's life was taken and before Anthony was killed? Or was there any tension there that you knew of?
Not with Juvie, not with Chris, but you heard things about him and Anthony getting into like altercations about disputes about money over certain situations, and they got in a fight prior to that, and they said like the story that they say Sack beat him up and knocked his goals out in front of his girlfriend, and like 2 days later, I think that's when the incident happened.
Chris, I know that something that has to be really hard about this is the fact that there are relatives here, relatives of Cortland Henry, who are also relatives of the victims.
Yes. Chris and Cortland share a sister, and she's my daughter. Her and Chris had the same dad, which is me, and her and Cortland share the same mom. And she took the side of Melly. She still to this day screams Free Melly all on her Facebook, Instagram. She'll go live with Free Melly shirts, and they just got her brainwashed with the money. They just showering her with gifts and Portland and got my daughter just brainwashed to the fact that she wishing the killer of her brother was free. I just
Wait, they're saying that the sister of the deceased feels differently. By the way, liquor went down the wrong pipe. That's on my ear.
Damn, you right. Damn, you right. But I just checked the video. That bitch had 19K.
Okay. Somebody sent me this on.
Yeah, I told you, bro. The motherfucker going back,
Louis'
doing their
father-
little cross references. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to get the whole scoop.
Pause.
The repass when he was buried after you leave the funeral and go over there to that. Who paid that shit over there to the community center and give all that money, paid all that? His daddy. Only thing when we got into the church was the funeral that
They're talking about the funeral of Juvie. This is the same father that's in that's in this so this father right here, this is him, but I think this is a year ago. You can see it a year ago.
You're gonna put that YouTube channel, the Academic.
Melly.
Yeah, that nigga.
So they're saying a year ago. Listen to what he says about Melly. Here we go.
at the church itself, the service was $5,600. We owed $2,800 a piece. So when they called me that morning, Shell talking that shit, talking something, I ain't gonna do it, she'll get Melly to pay for it. The nigga track talking about something, Shell wanted $1,000 for a headstone. He finna send her a headstone, but Melly mama come with $3,000. He sending $2,000 for me just for walk around money. I said, I don't need shit. Oh, we know. We just walk around money. I said, okay, but get that shit to Shell until I bring $800. She called me and snapped. Oh, nigga, you ain't got the money to pay for it. Just I get Melly to pay for it. Pussy hoe, what? Matter of fact, I'm finna go get my motherfucking money that I already got. They already had my money. Boom, I went and got my motherfucking $2,800. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the only thing I didn't pay for. I went and snatched my shit. And the lady, we'll set up something for you in the beginning or after how you want to do it. And I said, I walked in the funeral. That's why another reason why I didn't stay there, because I didn't pay my $2,800. And I'm like, fuck you, let Melly pay for it. She let Melly dress him and everything.
Damn.
Man, I'm in the living room looking at TV. All the niggas in the back room, older niggas she fuck with that she called her brother. They uncle. They ain't.
So Ynw Melly dressed Ynw Juvie for his funeral. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, dude. This shit is like ridiculous.
Where
So
you hear
the
that first?
father admits, well, clearly, I guess this was a year ago. He's arguing about who paid for what, blah, blah. But he admits Ynw Melly dressed Ynw Juvie.
Dress him and everything.
Here we go.
I just stayed there because I didn't pay my $2,800. And I'm like, fuck you, let Melly pay for it. She let Melly dress him and everything.
Damn.
Man, I'm in the living room looking at TV. All the niggas in the back room, older niggas she fuck with that she called her brothers. They uncle. They fake uncle. So none of them is her brother. So the nigga telling Lil Bond them, hey man, go tell niggas Spoon, man. Hope you don't feel no type of way. We asking her, why the fuck she asking us? Why don't you go ask your dad? Like, what should she wear? What shirt should he buy? This, that, all you know what I'm saying? I was right there, Mike. I soaked all that shit up. I took that shit in stride.
Boom. So you mean the man that allegedly murdered your son dressed him for his funeral? Get them.
They say you're gonna wear such no polo nigga son Gucci polos type shirt, man. White with the golf clubs on it, Gucci with the red, white with the stars on it with the red collar, short sleeve shirt with some black pants, and they know you gotta have a long sleeve shirt. I said, y'all the stupidest bitches in the world. Then I said, on top of that, why the fuck y'all dressing Chris in Gucci when he never ever wore a Gucci shirt in his life?
I'm surprised they did the short sleeve shirt. Where was he shot? I'm guessing. Damn, I don't even want to look this type of stuff up, but maybe he was the one shot in the head. Wow, this shit is like a little odd, bro. This shit fucks me up, bro. I hate funerals.
Then she had to go to mid-rag, get a black blazer to put over the shirt and get her some gloves and this, that, and another. The casket was white. They had the little music note. We designed the casket and shit together. I saw right there. I came by myself. It was her. She bought 4 hoes with her, man. I saw that disgusted. My sister's calling me. I won't even answer the phone. I look at her phone.
I got one question, Marita.
She walked out.
Hold on. We can pause.
I'm sitting there disgusted. I didn't even speak the whole time.
Go ahead, bro.
Man. Which one of them wigs fell out your head,
Oh,
bro?
somebody wanted to say something.
I'm gonna tell you which one. I'm gonna tell you which one it was, bro. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, so on the right side of my head, which it's the left side, but on the video, it's gonna be on the right side. It's the right one on the back that bit fell out. I had the
Oh
two.
Lord.
Yeah, I had the two in the front and the one on the right back. So it was the left back that fell out. But if you're looking at the video,
Thank God it
Okay,
wasn't.
god
Thank God it
damn.
wasn't the
I
front.
already
Man.
knew what you was
God
talking
damn.
about when you started describing the damn direction or the left and the right. Y'all stupid. But you know who really stupid?
bullet.
Lil Melly is fucking psycho, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna play this crazy.
Man, I just hate these motherfuckers. I ain't saying hate, I just despise them. They so fucking poor and ratchet that I just can't stand them. And what fucked me up, what pissed off was she like, oh, Miss Horton, I work so hard, the more money I make, look how much I gotta spend. Mike, that bitch ain't spending no money. They just say, Chris, sell whatever shirt. They have full shirts going 30. At 10, 15, like, whatever shirt you sell, you keep that money.
Hey, Bully, I had to take me a shot on that one. You see
What
me?
the money for this shirt, man? I was out
Yeah.
It's money for a shirt that was like $10 or something. I said, you bitches serious? I said, you poor motherfuckers. Matter of fact, LeBron was down the road. I said, Cuz, go down the road and get them bitches 40. Tell them put that. Oh my God, I gave him extra, man. They were so motherfucker. Oh my God.
So Track gave 7,500. So Track gave 15,000. Melly gave 10.
Track gave 50. Melly. Track bought Melly money. That is from Melly. The 15. He gave 10 to Sack Mama.
Sack Mama got 10. Melly sent 15 through Track.
Yeah.
And that went toward the funeral. But 7,500 of it was supposed to go to you, but you never received that because it was intercepted by.
What you say?
7,500 was supposed to go to you, but you never received that because it was intercepted by other parties. No, and you never knew about the 7,500 until later. Correct?
Yeah, until he told you.
Right. So the 15,000, 7,500 of that was supposed to go to you. But
when I talked to my lawyers, they say, please tell me that you didn't take any money. I said, hell to the fuck no.
Right.
Hey, wait, push pause. Let me say something right quick.
Hell no. I paid for that shit out my motherfucking pocket.
Right.
You feel me?
Go ahead, Audio.
I'm trying to figure out what part of the interview, nigga. How many shots you up, y'all? Y'all.
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out how many shots y'all niggas up at this time, cause y'all niggas is on one right now.
Listen, he was drinking. I was drinking,
Yeah.
and I think I had been smoking too.
That's why the damn interview was 8 hours long. Shit.
God
Y'all was just
damn. I
talking.
said,
That wasn't no interview.
nigga, y'all friends, nigga.
Man, I
That's
got
what I say. Y'all just talking,
Yeah,
and that ain't no
yeah.
interview.
This is a real
That's,
phone conversation. But go ahead.
yeah, but that's cool though. That's cool
Hell
though,
yeah.
because you could
It
see
shows
how
the
comfortable he
genuine.
is being truthful in his shit and standing on his shit. Like, and that's one reason why I just genuinely love Spoon.
Yes.
Like, he don't beat around the bush. Those are the type of people I fuck with. So
I agree.
I love this man.
And you can tell him, and you can tell he don't be lying because he be saying what he's saying. You know.
No, it's passionate though.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
That shit for real. Like, listen, man. At our age, you can look at a motherfucker when the motherfucker talking, you be like, that's cap.
Yeah. Like you on some of that good bullshit, ain't you?
You know what I'm saying? But niggas is really just having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's live. So I'm just looking at this shit like, y'all niggas, boy.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch out these interviews that's still up on your channel because this shit is good. I forgot how good the interview clips were.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
I had $5 grand in my pocket at the time without even going to the bank.
Right.
All that free Melly shit, they won't say that shit around here. No, man. Hell no. I seen nigga with free Melly shirt on, this, that, and other. I just look at him. It be his family though.
It's his
family. And then think about this. He getting paid for holding his tongue. Cause come on, man. They like, I said, where did they get money from?
Come on, boy.
They're like, oh, he sell clothes. Listen, man, the nigga literally don't do shit.
Yeah.
He dropped one song when he got out. Man, listen, man, he was not rapping when Christian was alive.
Portland.
No.
I seen the song. It's called what's the name of the song? It was a nice.
He got a lot of views.
It was a nice video. It was a nice video. Yeah. That's what I wanted to know. So is he signed under 100K management?
Yep.
And that happened after
They
he got
said
out.
that nigga literally don't do shit. Hell no.
That's sort of like a lookout for being 100.
Yep. Why Chris and Sack one never signed?
Hey
Right.
man, that nigga never
But
changed his
Portland was
story,
the
bro.
driver.
From all these years
Yep.
ago, he
It's
kept
I'm
the same
saying, I'm
story.
not saying the driver, the getaway driver. I'm saying like he just drove them around.
Yeah.
Right. He was the chauffeur.
God would keep blessing you.
Right.
Mike, I would have been gone. It takes less than that. Mike, if I to the day right now, we take it. If I told him, so you mean to tell me if I'm a big kingpin, I'm in Wabaston, the kingpin and Gifford or Vero, and we going through it, right? I could have one of my little cousins call the police and the legs, all that shit. Hey! Right, what did you say? That they had an accident.
They say he wasn't fucking with them cats.
Right, what did you say?
They say Melly paid for the funeral and went to the funeral. Is that true?
Hell, fuck no. They got that clip on YouTube talking about on the way to the funeral.
Right.
That nigga never made the funeral.
Right. He was on the live with Trippie Redd, and they were saying he was going to the funeral.
That was false. He was not on his way to the funeral.
I keep drinking that water like a motherfucker, don't I?
Accident, and he was behind in traffic on 95 going.
You gotta rinse all that alcohol down.
Damn.
That's why I said, nigga, you on how many shots you on?
Damn. And said that he was alive.
Wow.
And the funeral was at 11 o'clock that morning. He said that he can make it. They pushed the funeral back to 2 o'clock, and he still ain't.
Why do you think he didn't go to the funeral?
Guilty. Felt guilty, probably. And then he probably felt, I ain't gonna say he felt guilty, he probably felt unsafe. Because Chris' friends, they wanted his head. He's not liked amongst them.
And they run the crew. And they run Gifford.
Thank you. Thank you.
So if he get out, he can't even go back where he from and be safe.
He might can. He got money in the little crew.
Oh, so
his
it is. Okay. How big is his family in Gifford?
Who?
Melly.
Not big.
When did they come around? Because it's hard for you not to be kin to a lot of people in Gifford and
They from Ohio. Cleveland somewhere, bro.
Oh.
That's why you see his daddy on Facebook. Ynw Melly Daddy, he dropped the song. He remixed "Murder on My Mind," and he telling how it happened when she left Ohio and how they never let him fuck.
We're also relatives of the victims.
Hey, academic, he shook by that interview. You
Chris
seen?
and Courtland share a sister.
Look, academic.
And she's my daughter. Her and Chris had the same dad, which is me, and her and Courtland share the same mom. And she took the side of Melly. She still to this day screams Free Melly all on her Facebook, Instagram. She'll go live with Free Melly shirts, and they just got her brainwashed with the money. They just showered her with gifts in Portland and got my daughter just brainwashed to the fact that she wishing the killer of her brother was free. I just don't understand that. That's a heartbreaking feeling, man. For me to see that daily, her saying that, that's just heartbreaking.
Do you talk to your daughter about this?
We haven't talked. She was living with me up until the time shortly after the funerals, and then we went our separate ways. I haven't talked to her in over 2 years.
So it sounds like you've lost 2 children.
Yes, ma'am. Them the 2 that look like me the most, and it's crazy.
Are you hoping that this trial, maybe at the end, things can change with your daughter?
Yeah, once she see the truth and them boys get convicted, I'm hoping that her whole demeanor change. But knowing them, they're gonna be like, wait till the appeal. He's still innocent. Wait till the appeal. But just have to wait and see. It's gonna be a process.
I know you watched a lot of the first day of the trial. How did you feel it was going so far, and have you watched today as well?
Yes, ma'am. I think it's going pretty good. It's just a long process. Just got to trust the process in my book. And I think she's doing a good job. I think once the ballistic, forensics, the cell phone, and when they showed that Chris got shot on his left cheek, Chris, he got shot from this side of the car on his left cheek, with stifling on his face and the burn marks on his face from the gun muzzle. All that's going to point in one direction to that guy that was sitting in the back driver's passenger side. And
the Christine Bradley, the prosecutor, had said yesterday.
By the way, I have to interject. So the nigga who got cooked, that's just ballistics. Let me tell you the real star witnesses in this case. The coroner, the medical examiner, is going to be the person who is going to say these things. These guys died at this time, not this time.
Facts.
So, according to the prosecutor, the medical examiner is going to say, no, by the time they got to the hospital, they were dead for 2 hours already. The medical examiner is going to say that. Or that's what you have to expect them to say. So the medical examiner is a star witness. The medical examiner is also going to say this. If this whole thing is true, according to the prosecutor. Yo, he was already dead when he got shot with another bullet from outside the car. So he was dead from bullets inside the car. And the bullet that killed him came from
inside the car.
So he's sitting in the car. So this is the car, right? This is the car right here. The bullet that killed him came from here and hit him. If it came from here, it would be his window. It didn't come from here. It hit here. So how come nobody on this side of the car got hit when he gets hit with the first bullet? So the medical examiner, and I seen a couple people that they hit me like, yo, Melly gonna beat the case because like this one guy's a fucking idiot. Literally, this guy is an idiot. Like this guy, I ain't gonna lie to you. This was a big win for Melly having this guy on there. But whoever the medical examiner is, the person who performed that autopsy,
I ain't gonna lie, that cop looked like a jackass today, boy.
Scientifically broke down not only how the person died, when they died, what are post-mortem wounds, what are the wounds that killed him, was he in a defensive position, why there's burn marks on his face. That's going to be the star witness.
I told y'all.
Fucking words. Okay?
That's why I'm waiting on the coroner.
Now, if the defense attorney...
We got to be patient.
Melly beating this case. I believe. 100%. But you got to spin that nigga. This dumbass nigga right here, he ain't know nothing about nothing. He shouldn't even be there. Okay? So, Melly's lawyers, I think they scored a small victory, but they got a couple more to go. Because when they're talking about stifling and burn marks, why would there be a burn mark on, let's say this, on this side of your face if this side is not the part that's facing outside the car?
Period.
By the way, the windows, I don't think on the other side was broken. It's a lot of shit, bro.
Yesterday that the medical examiner is going to testify that before the shots were...
Look, I just told you. Bro, like, I'm telling you, I could be a lawyer. Yo, spam lawyer act, bro. I promise you I never watch this. I promise you I never watch this. Nigga, didn't I just tell you the medical examiner? 2 seconds later, medical examiner. Promise y'all. Come on. The medical examiner, there's 2 star witnesses. I'm going to tell you this now. I promise you I haven't seen none of this shit. I didn't watch it live today. I'm watching with y'all. Medical examiner, and then the GPS person. I don't know if it's going to be a cell phone expert that's going to triangulate to say, hey, we got this search warrant from T-Mobile or Sprint, and we know how to track people based on cell phone evidence. Those are the two people. Medical examiner is going to tell you how he died, when he died, what was postmortem. The second thing is going to be GPS. Who was there? I promise you that. Now, these are the two people that Melly's lawyers have to spin. If he spins both, he beats the case. I promise you. Beats the case. 100%. Okay?
Fired into the vehicle, that your son and Anthony, they were already dead.
Is that all Marita going to be on the channel, Bully?
Had already been shot, and the fatal shots came from the back seat. That's the testimony that's expected.
Yes, no, that's it.
Okay.
Yes, the shot to Chris' left cheek was the fatal shot that took him out. And then when he staged the drive-by, the shots from the back, they could tell by the way Chris' body was slumped over how like it was staged after the fact. Yeah, that's going to come out. I can't wait. That's going to be breaking news. And Chris wasn't killed in the drive-by. I know that for a fact.
One thing that Christine Bradley said yesterday was that in the days leading up to this, Melly was learning the oath of loyalty to the G-Shine blood set, to a gang. Did you know anything about that? Had your son ever discussed anything with you about this gang that Melly was allegedly becoming a part of?
No, that was something he was doing in his private life on his own, separate from Kristen. And Christine or the lawyers was always saying that Chris lived in Miramar. Chris never lived down there. He lived in Gifford. He lived in Gifford, Florida. He might go down there for a day or two, but he always had the same address, same house, same everything up until his time of passing.
Well, I wanted to play some clips from the trial so far. And Chris, I want to get your feelings on some of what was said in opening statements. This is Christine Bradley, the assistant state attorney, talking about what amounts to possibly a confession in this case.
So in summary, the last thing I want to tell you that the evidence will show is that in the Instagram, because the defendant had a moderate social media following at the time of these events, people are reaching out to him. Some fans, some friends, some associates. You'll see on October 26th, after about 8 a.m. in the morning, Eastern time, multiple messages are coming in. Messages are coming in from individuals checking to see if he's okay, if he's been injured in this drive-by. If it's true that Anthony Williams, who's also sometimes referred to as Sack, and Chris Thomas, who is referred to as Juvie, are really dead. One individual, and specifically, sends out, and I want to quote the message exactly that you will hear, and says, right after this, yo, homie, you good? Let me know something. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is where context matters. What does that mean? If you work at Google and you say, my whole floor is coding, that's a good thing. If you work at Broward General Hospital and you say, my whole floor is coding, that is a bad thing. The context around the message.
It took me 2 days to understand what the hell she was talking about.
This message.
As far as coding?
Coding, yeah, she mean like code blue and right? They did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the hospital code blue, and then on Google programming.
Like programming, yeah. It took me 2 days to figure that shit out.
He keeps saying drive through. Bitch is a drive-by.
Mr. Demings responds very succinctly.
I would have called him demons every time. I swear, Mr. Demons.
You're not the only one that says that. There's a lot of people that say that.
Can y'all explain to me what y'all mean by the coding?
Oh. You can really stop playing the video, honestly, because we've seen this already.
Right.
If he's not talking about you anymore.
Right.
Coding at a hospital, you know, they have the different codes at a hospital, right? So if you're working on a hospital floor, like say in the ICU, if you say my whole floor is coding, that means it's an emergency. It's
Right.
code blue, code red, code pink, depending on code brown even. You never want to go to a code brown. But
Okay. So my
so
question
that
after that is, where did y'all get that from?
Who?
she just said it, the
Yes.
prosecutor.
Yeah, she just said it in an
She
open statement.
Yeah, she said there's a difference with the context of that one sentence depending on where you're at. So
Okay.
if you're saying I'm coding at Google, that's a good thing. But if you're coding at the hospital, my whole floor is coding at the hospital, that's a bad thing.
Okay.
It's
So
all in the context of where you're at, how it's going to be taken. So
okay.
that whole I did it shush message, that's what she was saying, the context of it.
Okay. What I got from that, because I got a totally different uh, aspect from that. Like when she was explaining that, she was trying to explain like when remember when Rita Boy read Fredo Bang's deposition and he had B's with C's.
Mm-hmm.
He
Hmm.
or you be like I'm crazy, I'm brazen, because I'm from
Hmm.
California. Like that's how we talk, right? So
Hmm.
I understood that immediately. So I was thinking that the individual was just saying that if we're gonna see later because they're gonna try to make it seem like he is a blood gang member. So when
Right.
they go to his text messages, they're gonna see the B's over the C's.
Hmm.
That's what I got from it. I don't know about the hospital and the coding. I'm trying to figure that out. Like,
I told you it took me 2 days to figure that shit out. What she was talking about?
yeah, but
Yeah. That's
I'm
further explaining the context of things. So she started out with the B's and C's example, right? So she was giving an example of how things are different depending on the context in which you statement. So if you're at the hospital saying my whole floor is coding, you don't never want to hear that. That
got
means there's something wrong with
got
every single
She was
person
giving
in
an
their damn
example.
hospital.
Got you. She was giving an
Yeah.
example. Okay, to make it make
Then
sense to the
if you're
jurors.
saying, yeah, if you work at
Okay,
Google and
okay,
say
okay.
my whole floor is
So
coding, that means
y'all
everybody
got y'all.
working, everybody doing what they supposed to be doing right now. That's a good thing.
Okay.
So she was just trying to give an example of context.
I know I ain't the smartest person in the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm telling you, I think she might have should have came with one a little bit more where people could catch on to that one because it took me a little minute, or maybe I didn't really understand what she meant, hear what she how she said it. But I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
I had to rewatch it like 2 or 3 times. Like, what
it
the
took me
And
fuck?
2 days.
see, that's the problem. She's talking over a lot of people's heads with
I'm
shit.
telling you,
But do y'all think
I
she
taught
being
it.
aggressive enough though? I don't think she's being
No,
aggressive
no,
enough right now, man.
no,
no.
Hopefully
no, I
it's a
don't.
strategic approach because they know what the witnesses and the cell phone information might bring out. But they made that cop look like a straight dork today, bro. Like he was
What?
fumbling over his words, didn't
Oh,
know.
Melly's lawyer sunned his ass today. He may as
What?
well patted him on the top of the head and said, "Good job, son," when he walked off, because he sunned his ass today.
I promise you he did. Talking about Bill Nye the science guy.
Yeah, he sunned Bill Nye, no lie,
Mm, mm, mm.
and
Oh,
not in a good way.
I was thinking about this though. Y'all was just talking about the witnesses. Shit, what the witnesses gonna really like? Wh- Well, I know. Well, okay, you got the girlfriend, and then you got her mama. But I was just saying,
Hmm.
other than that, like the other witnesses, they just gonna be pretty much like what character witnesses.
Well. Let's say if they call AD up and he doubled back on saying that Millie jumped out the car. They might have some witnesses that might stand on something. We don't know that. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, we
Yeah,
just getting the stages. Track, nigga, track. If they call track up, ain't no telling what side he gonna jump on.
Bro,
Like,
it ain't no way. I don't mean to cut you off, but it ain't no way they should not have track on that stand because he gonna have to come because he don't want to get deported and all that type of stuff, right? But then again, he married, so he might can't get deported right now. I don't know, but I'm saying they definitely need to put him on the stand.
well, if they don't put him on the stand, I promise to God, they're gonna speak on his deposition,
Hmm.
absolutely.
which will maybe force him or make him make a decision at that point, whatever the point in time in real life, you got to make a decision. Do you want to come speak for yourself? He gonna ask his lawyer, what should I do? His lawyer's gonna tell him whatever the fuck it is. He gonna tell him if that's a yeah, we need to take the stand. We need to, you know what I'm saying, or we just don't. So you never know, man. Like we only on 3 days. This is one of the wildest cases. Cause we only on 3 days and shit is going everywhere. We seeing footage. We seeing like we don't never see that in no. We ain't seen no footage in the YSL case. You know, nigga went to the McDonald's when they say they picked the nigga up and did all that. We ain't seen none of that. They still trying to get the jury. So it's just we gotta understand, man. This is a process, and I promise you, it's gonna get deeper. But I think that we got enough to make it happen, man. Like everybody just like throwing casts at this lady. Like this lady is just chilling. She knows what she's doing.
You think so?
I don't think so.
I do.
I don't know about all
think
that.
so.
I ain't got that much confidence.
I don't have that much confidence in her. I'm so glad you do, audio. I'm so glad you do.
Listen.
But I promise you, I could get up there without a law degree and argue a better case than she can.
I think I could too.
That's cool. But sometimes you gotta it's a finesse sometimes. Remember, we don't have.
But that's the thing. You have to be able to know how to finesse, and I don't think she knows how to do it.
Well,
there's a certain passion and a certain way that you like. Look at Melly Lawyer, how he presents the information, how he asks questions, how he just go. He's a dog in that damn courtroom. That black man. If I ever get in a situation where I need a lawyer, I'm calling his ass.
He's a liar, though. Tanel, he lied.
But that's what his job is to do. That's what defense attorneys are paid to do. So he's doing his job. I want her to be that dogged about the truth.
Right.
Playing chess, you want a motherfucker to say all they say and all that, and then you keep everything in your little fifth pocket. You keep it there.
You can keep it in the fifth pocket, but
and then
because it's in the fifth pocket, don't mean the other folk got to be fucking empty. That's what I'm saying.
I get you. But the comeback around is amazing. So that's why I say we only on day 3. That's it.
I ain't never been accused of nothing like this or whatever, but I done been on trial a couple times. And every time I was in there, that goddamn state attorney was trying to murder my ass up that bitch. They wasn't motherfucking playing.
Tell that ass up.
They wasn't Willie, the motherfucker wasn't playing with me and none of them bitches.
Man, I'm already knowing. She just not, man, unless they know they have overwhelming arguments further down the line, you know, unless she knows for a fact they have overwhelming cross-examination, you know, questions for witnesses and all that, then I can see why she's taking a slower approach to give them a false sense of confidence early on. Because you got to think about it. That right now, Melly and them, they winning the battle right now, but they may not win the war.
They shooting they low though. They shooting a lot of shit. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I got a question though. I mean, they ain't supposed to be giving them no false sense of what's the name though. Is they supposed to be trying to win with every witness they get up there, right?
Thank you, because this is a murder trial. We're not talking about a goddamn car accident here. This is a death penalty trial. You are supposed to come out swinging.
Why would Melly Lawyer lie? Why would he get up there and lie? Because
that's his job.
You know what?
Because
he's trying to push for reasonable doubt rather than
exactly. So, like, I forgot who said it, but I think it was on Law and Order. They said reasonable doubt. They're trying to create that. They never said that he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you have to prove I did it. Without a weapon, you have to really. It's a lot of cases that has been solved without a weapon, but way less than.
But the ballistics got up there looking dumb as hell today.
So that's what. But
that's the whole point, audio. That's the whole point I'm trying to make.
Everybody except for that black lady.
Everybody who could do something to give us just a little bit more footing, the defense come and make a fool out their ass in the end.
Okay. I hear you.
You know,
I hear
so
you.
it's just like, damn. And these are the things that you really dependent on. You really dependent on the ballistics because you don't have a gun.
Right.
So
Yeah,
the last thing you need is somebody to be made a fool out of, like he was at the end with this cross-examination on the ballistics. That's
yeah,
important as hell.
yeah.
Right.
He fumbled it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, you
He
fumbled
fumbled.
that shit. You
Yeah,
fumbled
he
the bag
fumbled
on
it.
that one. I'm sorry.
And
They
that
acting
it
like
makes
they know
it
they
makes
got
me go back
Portland
to
as a witness.
it makes
Yeah,
me
it's
Right.
like
it makes me go
maybe they
back to
do have some amazing surprise shock witness that's gonna come in there and gonna make all our jaws drop when
that's the
we
thing
see it.
I'm banking.
But you still need to have. That's not the only thing that the case is gonna hinge on, because
And
that's not
listen,
the only piece of evidence that they're gonna take into consideration when they're deliberating. They're gonna take all this shit into consideration,
absolutely.
and that one thing
Remember,
might
it's a
not be
jury.
enough for the jury.
Yes,
And
it's jury. It's a jury. So it ain't up to the lawyers. It ain't up to none of that. None of that. It's up to the people, the 12 that are listening to what's going on and what's presented, and they gotta understand reasonable doubt. They don't have no weapon with the blood on it. None of that. They ain't got them clothes. So, but I truly believe in the ballistics. I truly believe in them pings. Like if they can bring it around a little bit later, they can make it happen. That's just my.
hey, I'm gonna say this. Borland is a damn fool right now though, cause let me tell you something. They say he over there on his Instagram posting pictures of Melly and all of this. But let me tell you something, man. Ain't no motherfucking way I wouldn't have been at that state attorney goddamn office snitching like a motherfucker. Cause let me tell you something. Even now, because if that dude get off, this all gonna go on you now.
Yeah,
Your attorney gonna have to do the same. If Melly get off, that means Borland's attorney gonna have to do the same thing Melly's attorney doing and try to get him off. That gonna make his chances go way down. And I'm gonna say this: I ain't going for that. I ain't going for that if I'm him. So while he over there posting pictures with him and Melly and all that, don't he realize that if Melly get off, this kind of looking crazy for him.
I don't know if he truly realizes that.
I don't.
I don't think he really realizes
Or
that.
maybe he feel like if
Yeah.
Melly, or maybe he feel like if Melly get off, he gonna get off.
Maybe so.
But why not?
But can
Why
I
why
share
not
this
be?
with y'all? Go ahead.
Why not be the same nigga you been? You been low key. You been just be low key. When you start doing things, when certain situations happen, we look at you with a side eye, bro. Just be who you was. You ain't been posting Melly pictures. You ain't been doing this. So it's like it gets to be weird.
Mm.
You're right. But can I share this with y'all?
Go ahead, Tanel.
Now, I have my stepdad watching this case too, right?
Uh huh.
So he's a former defense attorney. I said he was an attorney. I never said which side of the law he was on before, but he's a defense attorney. So
Mhm.
I asked him what he thinks thus far,
Mhm.
and this is his response. I wrote it down, but I ain't gonna read it. But
Mhm.
basically, he said Melly's lawyers are doing their job. They're doing an amazing job. They're supposed to intact every aspect of the investigation,
Mhm.
from and say the cops are biased. That
Mhm.
was the first thing.
Mhm.
He said they're supposed to challenge any witnesses, and they want to bring that. They're supposed to challenge any witness that may bring prejudice to the jury. So, like Juby's mama, they were supposed to do that. He also said, but the case is going to take a turn when you get to the forensic and the ballistics, unless the
And
defense
I heard
has
you turning
experts to
pages and
challenge
shit.
it.
You was
Mhm.
turning pages and shit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Go
I
ahead.
told you I wrote notes today. He said,
Let's go.
unless the wait a minute, the case is going to take a turn when they present forensic and ballistics, unless the defense has experts to challenge the accuracy of the reconstruction of the shooting, the ballistics, the cell phone evidence, and the data included. Because remember, he was on Snapchat, and that's data. That's not a cell phone service shit.
Yes.
And unless they can do that, Melly's not going to be convicted.
Mhm. Mhm.
He said, but for right now, if he had to send that case to the jury, he would be confident that his client would be coming home.
Well, let me say this. I think that's why Bradford Cohen he didn't take the case.
Mm-hmm.
I think he went on ahead and sent it off, but I still feel like, damn man, like I truly believe that the ballistics and everything and the cheek, the impression on his cheek, that gotta it sway it gotta sway at least 8 out of the 12.
The medical examiner and the cell phone data expert. That's what's going to seal the deal. I
Yeah,
don't think any other witnesses really matter
I got a
because
question.
those two things you really can't dispute.
Is
You
these
know
the
what I mean?
is
well,
these
let
the
me ask you this,
go
Tanel.
ahead.
What about the pings where they went to the field, and then the pings where they went to the
Canal.
canal? What about that though? You don't
That's
think that's
all.
substantial?
That's all better for the prosecution.
Hmm.
You can't deny. This, they can pinpoint, like literally. I can pull it up on Google my house right now. They will tell you what room I'm in my house.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
So you can't deny the data and the cell phone tower, the triangulation of shit no more.
Yeah.
You can't
That,
even
that,
hardly
that,
leave your phone at the crib anymore when you commit a crime because they know that shit too.
is
Because
Hmm.
you
that
ain't moved it in 30 minutes and you be on your phone all day every day. You know what I mean? So
that's all I'm asking you, Neil, because you have a father that is in this field. Is that what we banking on?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
if
look like it.
shit don't go no better for the prosecution, yeah.
yeah,
Cell phone, uh, the cell phone evidence, which is the data included, like I said. So
yes,
all the locations, the pings, the text messages, any type of social media stuff that was in there, anything that's contained in that phone. So all of the shit she was talking about with the text messages and the B's and the C's and all that shit.
And
Um,
go ahead.
and the medical examiner's testimony, the coroner's testimony. That's why I was excited for the coroner's testimony. I've been saying that
yeah.
because I know there's certain things that you just can't dispute.
You
And
can't.
that's
You
why
can't.
this lady should have been a lot more passionate because this guy is beating her with nothing. He's beating her with just his energy and
His
Mhm.
wit. His wit.
wit, right,
Mhm.
and wit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a
But
good
but
Yeah.
but
lawyer,
but
good
but
lawyer.
that's what. Listen, man. Like if you're a lawyer, a district attorney, I know that you have been seasoned to do this. So I feel like it's no possible way that this lady is not gonna come with a bang.
I don't know. I need to find out if this is her first murder or death penalty trial.
That's a
Hmm.
good question.
I'm gonna say
Like
this
for real.
since
Yeah.
y'all said that. I'm gonna say this. But I'm gonna ask a question: Is this the same? Is this the same jury that's going to be voting on whether he get the death penalty or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
All you need is 8. Remember, 8 out of the 12. That's weird to me. But in Florida, it's different because remember, I got a brother out there. I know how I go.
do
So
you?
Florida is different. Like they just changed that law, but
Right.
Florida will get you, boy. Florida ain't. They don't give a fuck. They'll hang you.
Do
Uh,
you? Do you think he
this,
gonna get the death penalty?
Now that
uh,
the threshold has been lowered, the chances go up exponentially. Do I want him to get the death penalty? Absolutely. I am a pro death penalty Black American. I'm proud to say that. But do I think he's gonna get it? I I give him like a 65% chance of actually getting it if he's convicted.
I think if it was 11 with the case that they done put on, I think he wouldn't get it. But I think with the threshold being lowered,
right.
I think that heightened. I think that heightened. I think that heightened his chances. But the reason I was asking is because I was wondering, did the defense do enough with what they doing to make the jury convict him, but not give him the death penalty?
Mm.
I don't know, but look, I don't know how long the law got changed for the 8, right? But Melly could be the first person that.
He is the first. They talked.
He is.
Yeah, he the
So
first.
bam, like so, you gotta understand that they're really trying to get this guy because
Yeah.
they know what it is. But like I'm from California, so without a weapon, sometimes a lot of people beat shit. But the ballistics and things and the pings, I'm not really privy to all that out here. Like people that I know that went to court and shit like that, it wasn't no ping, no shit. Like a lot of people cop out. They'd be like, I did it, whatever. So this is different. It's like, damn, they got you. Then we seen it. We know it's no possible way you left one shell casing in the car in that bag. You cleaned the rest of them out. You left it. That's it.
Mhm.
The with Juvie with the impression on his cheek, like these are things that are facts in science. You can't overturn that. You can't. But
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
we're
those are the
dealing
things
on
that
12 people though.
we're banking on at this
That's
point
it.
because she ain't presenting a case with everything else. See, what she needs to be doing is everything needs to be just as important as the damn um, coroner's testimony and as this cell phone testimony. But I think the way she's playing it is because she knows she got them two things in the bag, and that's all
Yeah.
that really matters, quote unquote. She's playing the rest of it like,
What else
it's
can you
not that big a
do?
deal.
Yeah, you can't dispute it. You can't if you start going up there going saying, and then you then against that motherfucker, then he got you in the bag. This is chess, not checkers.
But
So
you
you know,
can object a little bit more.
I get it,
It's
but
certain shit
some
that
shit you may
I've
not.
heard that I was like, come on now, you can object that.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go to the what everybody thought that she should have objected to. Right? It was the when he said that Juvie got
GSR on his hands in the opening
okay,
statement.
but it looks like he might have had it on his clothes because the expert came up and said if you shoot in the car, then guns shot residue may get on your clothes, but then it's not on your hands. So he didn't lie. He just played in between the lines, if that makes sense.
I'll be objecting anyway. I'll object to the shit I don't even supposed to object to.
But that is the
That's what I'm
point.
saying.
But I'm thinking that
You
must
know,
not mean shit. I'm
my
thinking
thing is she's just
because if you
playing it.
don't got it on your hands, like we like the experts they're gonna know it's on your hands when you shot, but on your clothes, it could be on your clothes, it could be on your shirt, it could be on your
Yeah,
neck. Yeah,
yeah. I
so
mean, he was in
I
an
think she
enclosed
just
car
chilling.
with
She
a
just
gun
chilling.
going off.
Yeah, she
But
going
that's the thing. She chilling.
yeah, but
Mm.
like
She
it's
don't need
only
to
day
chill.
three though, Tanel. Like
I
we gotta be
understand.
patient. Yeah, we gotta be patient.
I'm anxiously patient as I can
Okay,
be.
okay. Okay.
But
Yeah, like
knowing what I
you know what
know
I'm saying? We
about
grown. Like you know how shit
but
go.
like
It's a process.
how this shit go in the and how it can go.
Yeah.
You making me nervous, bitch.
She supposed to be making this man look like a monster. She ain't
Thank
doing.
you.
She ain't doing none of that.
And
Right,
I think
right.
it's just a passion thing for me. Like she
Mhm.
seems
I
like
believe
she
it's gonna
would rather
come with
be
us.
anywhere else but in that courtroom right now.
Man,
It's gonna
we
come
might need
with
to look
us.
her up and see what how
Like
profile
she gonna
cases
start
she
getting in her
trying.
bag. She gonna get in her bag, and everybody gonna be like, oh shit, because we don't really know who she is. She looked timid,
Hey,
but
but hey,
she
Bullet,
she
them
gonna come into
motherfuckers
her
my
own as the case goes on. I believe that.
Say
hey,
what now, bro? My bad.
them motherfuckers caught me with 2 dime bags of weed in my pocket. Them bitches tried to make it like I was John Got It when I went in that goddamn courtroom.
Yeah, man, look, hey, up under the goddamn jail, boy.
That's what I'm saying. And that was just a little drug charge. This is a goddamn double first degree premeditated murder case
Right,
with the
right,
death penalty on the table. I'm gonna
right.
need you to drink some coffee, take a Red Bull, and maybe take some goddamn crank before you go in there. Whatever the hell you need to do,
Right.
get some energy behind your shit. Cause you seem like I don't know. Is she taking damn anti-anxiety meds when she go up there
Hey,
every
hey,
morning?
hey,
Cause
hold
she
on.
seemed like she just
Not,
slow
I'm pronouncing the
and too
last
damn
name,
laid back.
man name
not,
of
not,
Demons and shit.
not to cut you off, Tanel, but you know what an aspect of this that I forgot about. But I watched a lot of crime and law and shit. But I forgot about this. the lawyers actually do research on the other lawyers as well, and know their tendencies and shit too. So you get what I'm saying? So they done
Yeah.
studied her ass too. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah,
That's why I would spend so much time in courtrooms. I'd literally go up there with my dad, and he's checking out the damn next lawyer that he's gonna be up against. He gonna watch him argue this case so he can see how he could come at him. Literally. So, yeah, they definitely will study your ass. A good defense attorney, they are gonna be in one of your trials to see how you are in action. They don't want to just hear, "Oh yeah, I heard." No, I want to see. You might not even know they in there.
I mean,
Like,
she just don't come across like no real seasoned state attorney to me.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need to look at her record and see how many cases she's prosecuted, see how many cases of the death penalty she's prosecuted, and see what her record is. Because she might be a newbie at this shit.
And the experts that they've been bringing up there, they've been confusing the hell out of them experts. They've been that black dude been running circles around their head. All the experts say, "Oh, it could be like this, it could be like that. It might not be like this, it might be like that."
It is 4 years ago though, 4.5 years ago. So it's tough to be doing what they doing and trying to remember what's going on 4 years ago.
But see, that's the thing. That's why you're supposed to take their asses and grill them and make it go over their testimony with them, prep them for trial before the damn trial,
I'm pretty
so that
sure
you can refresh their memory and shit.
I'm pretty sure they did, but that's what Melly and his defense. I mean, the people that was representing him. That's what they want to do. They want to stretch it out. That's the same thing with the Nipsey shit. Everything is stretched out because they got to get shit together. They got to figure it out. And some of them cops, nigga, some of them cops is one of them cops is retired.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They even called him the
And she was supposed to have him down at the damn DA's
They
office
had to
on
call him.
Saturday to prepare for his damn testimony on Monday, so he could really remember some shit.
Yeah, they had to call him though, Marie Boy, because you know that they trying to make a timeline about what happened because again they don't have no weapon, so they gotta make a case with ballistics and pings, and I think it's gonna work out because look, a phone don't lie. A phone gonna tell you everything. A phone cannot lie.
Yeah, that's why I say this is what the case is gonna hinge on. That cell phone evidence and the coroner's evidence.
Bro, I would have got that weapon. I would have got that weapon.
They could have gotten it if they really wanted to.
I would have put Track Ass in detention and play like and went to all the way to the fullest extent to send his ass back to Haiti. I would have issued a warrant for Jacoby Mills and Duntavius Withers, and I would have charged Bortland ass with the same shit I charged Miller ass with. He would have been up for the death penalty too. I would have put pressure on every one of them motherfucking ass, and somebody would have told me where that goddamn gun was at.
Hey, how do you feel about Track doing the interview on Cam Capone exactly when the trial started?
I've been seeing what Track doing. Track doing a promo run. He started this with the interview with DJ Akademiks when he did the off the record, right? And he did, and right after that he went on Trap Lil Ross, and Track just dropped the whole damn. He just dropped the whole video 4 days ago on Ynw Melly channel on YouTube.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He just dropped his own music video. Track is doing a promo to it.
Has anybody heard that he came to the court date? Any court date just showed up?
He's on the witness list, so he can't.
He can't.
Hold on, and I want to say something too. They was and that's why I want to address some people because I don't really know how that would go, but some people saying that he couldn't go because he a witness. Well, they damn sure got Juvie and them mom up in there as witnesses, and they up in there. You get what I'm saying? They in the courtroom.
True. That's why I think she wasn't originally on the witness list. They might have been trying to add her onto the witness list, and that's why the objection was brought up when it was.
Okay.
That's how I would see it. Because if she was originally on the witness list, she never would have been allowed in the courtroom until after her testimony.
I don't think she's the only witness. I don't think she's the only witness that's in that courtroom. No,
Jamie's Jamie's in there.
And Jamie and that's what I'm
So
saying.
what the hell Florida on?
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to figure that out. Like, because I heard people say that, and I believe them. I don't really know how it goes, to be honest with you, but so I'm just asking. Really, I don't know how.
No, if you're a witness, you're not supposed to be in the courtroom until after your testimony because you hearing something that somebody else would say could sway your testimony. You know what I mean?
Okay, so that's why I say if you see Jamie, you say she on the witness list, then it that's confusing to the
But at the
masses.
same time, just because you're on the witness list doesn't mean you're going to be called as a witness. You are a potential witness until they call you to the stand.
Absolutely.
So if the prosecution or defense, whoever has you as their witness, decides that they're not going to call you, they don't necessarily have to take you off the list, but you'll still be allowed to be in the courtroom.
That
Okay,
makes sense.
got
And
you.
so for us on the outside, not knowing exactly who's going to testify yet, even
Yes.
though it's this witness list with 100 names on it, and we like, well, Shell in the courtroom, Jamie in the courtroom, all these people who are on the witness list, well, they probably know that they're not going to be called to the stand already.
Okay, so let me say this. Okay, I get exactly what you're saying now, but if that was the case, then why would they call Juvie mom? I know she's in there and she's on the witness list, so it makes it like for the public, the people that don't know, it's like it gets confusing.
Yeah.
I hear where you're coming from, but then if they call her and she's there every day, then you got to make it make sense to us. You get what I'm saying?
Well, from what I was understanding, they were just calling her mainly to. Why do y'all hear echo? Okay, I thought it was just me. They were mainly calling her just to identify Juvie. Like why they needed to do that, I don't know. She wasn't a character witness or anything like that. They basically just wanted her to get on the stand to do the identification and say, yes, that's my son.
Okay.
So, like I said, she might not have originally been on the list. That might have been something because you can have a surprise witness at any time. The judge has to approve it, and the other side can object to it, which is what the defense just did the other day. So that's easily how that could have happened.
Could the immediate family members have some kind of double privilege or something like that? It seems like
No.
family members are the ones that are, in there.
I was thinking about that too.
Typically, no. Typically, no. Typically, you're not allowed to be in a trial until after you're a witness. It doesn't matter if you're a family member or not.
What we need to know is we need to know what that girlfriend said in her deposition. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that ain't came up yet.
Because I was thinking like this, right? So if just say I'm a witness, right, and it's looking like Melly winning the case, right? That may sway me when I go there give my testimony if I'm already pro Melly anyway, but I'm finna snitch him out or finna say something that could get him in trouble. You see what I'm saying? If I'm the girlfriend, I might be like, shit, my boo coming home long as I don't tell that he FaceTime me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But remember her mom on the witness list too. Oh, and her mother's name is Felicia Holmes.
Felicia Holmes, yeah, Felicia Holmes.
Oh, wait, okay, so is that the lady that left and then she left
Then
and
came back.
Okay, so that was what I want. Okay, so now I understand that that's what put her implicated her in the case because she came in the room when her daughter was on Snapchat.
I think she said her daughter streamed or something.
Yeah, because I kept saying, why are they so worried about her, and why was she there? That didn't make sense to me, but now I get it. So okay, go ahead. I get it now.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out at first too, because I was like, well, if she wasn't in there when the phone call took place, that's just hearsay and that's not admissible. But she was, so
and she the one who took her she the one who took her daughter to see Melly over at Fredo Bang's house too.
They had to see her when they seen the recording on the Snapchat. They had to see her face when she came into it. You get what I'm saying? So that's what implicated her. If she was talking in the background, that might have implicated did that too. But I think they seen her like put her face in because I think it was said that her daughter started crying or said something loud out,
Yeah, she
and she
started.
came in the room. Am I right?
It was something like she
Her
screamed or something
she
like that.
Yeah,
screamed and woke her mama up. So her mama
yeah,
thought something was wrong, and she went out to see what was wrong with her daughter, like every parent would.
Right.
And that's when her daughter crying and all of that. So I think, did she take the phone from her, or just got in the screen with her
It was
and
something.
saw what was going on? But she saw Melly running through the woods, and she heard him say, "I think Sack and Juvie are dead."
She knows what really happened too though. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
It ain't no way that
Now,
ain't no way her daughter ain't tell her what Melly
yeah,
told her.
absolutely. Now I don't know if Melly saw her looking at the screen,
Um,
because I'm nosy as hell. I be on my mama's FaceTime calls all the time, but the person she talking to don't know that. I'm looking dead at them. You know what I mean? So that could be the case, but she definitely saw him running
ooh,
through the woods.
you know what we need to be really looking out for too? If some money still being exchanged hands. Because if I'm in Melly's situation, I'm definitely trying to still pay them to change. If they did say something, I'm paying them to try to change their story, even in the face of going to jail on that stand. Hey boy, I got 100 stacks for you, boy. Hey, look,
but
check
check
this
it.
out.
Check, but
Hey,
look,
you gonna go
they
do a little
already.
6 months. You're gonna go do a little 6 months, but you're gonna have 100 stacks
Yeah, but
for
listen, they
perjury.
already they suing 100K track and Melly.
I ain't talking about just them. I'm talking about Mariah Hamilton and Felicia Holmes
Got it.
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
them. You
yeah,
feel me, man?
got
Yeah, I'm
you.
trying
Yeah,
to shoot y'all a couple dollars. Shit, even the mama them. Shit, I'm nigga, fuck that. Sue me,
but
sue me.
yeah, but
Hey,
but
look,
but
check this
but you
out. I'm
can't you
gonna give
can't
you.
get caught when you sue a motherfucker. You can't. After that, it's over.
Yeah,
And we see, but we see the news clip with the mama saying she for her son.
yeah, but
So
we
now
know
we
she.
know that,
But we know
right?
she is for her son. I get it, but
Yeah,
at the same time, we
absolutely.
also don't see them take money and still be suing track them. So what I'm saying is, if I'm Melly, I'm just saying I'm putting myself in this position. He's still gonna have to get around the cell phone records in the corner and all of that.
Yeah,
But I'm saying I'm just putting myself in his second in his shoes for this second. If I'm Melly, I'm hitting. I'm still trying to pay them on the low. And at the same time, y'all can still sue me. Sue me. I don't give a fuck long as I'm free.
Hmm.
Shit, sue me. Y'all can. I'm finna
I
make a.
mean,
You know what
let's
I'm
be
saying?
honest. He probably Track probably still paying them off.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be trying to drop a bag. You feel me? Now,
man, that's tough. That's tough though. That'll be like it'd be tough for me to say right now. I'm gonna give you this and give you that.
no, no.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna
Like,
give it. I'm gonna give it to you.
especially when the
I'm gonna
case is
give you
going.
half. I'm gonna give you half now, so you know it's real. And I'm gonna give you the other half as soon as you go. As soon as you walk out that
That
courtroom,
nigga say
baby.
half now, so you know it's real.
Nigga,
Yeah.
nigga,
As
nigga,
soon as you
nigga,
walk
that's
out that
He
hard.
doing
motherfucker.
that shit on a payment plan, boy.
Hell yeah. Cause
Well,
look,
track ain't getting no sleep, nigga.
do
Track
you
ain't
know,
getting no
do you know how
sleep, cause
much
nigga,
money
when
this
you trying
was?
to pay some shit off, nigga, you ain't getting no sleep, nigga,
Mhm.
because you don't know if a nigga gonna turn on you tomorrow.
And let's be real, them broke niggas.
That
Well,
shit
I ain't gonna
hard.
call them broke niggas, but I'm gonna call them niggas that ain't really got no money like that. I'm talking about like Jacoby Mills and Dontavius Withers. They definitely take a couple dollars to do 6 months in jail for perjury. You seen that dude?
Hmm.
You seen that dude for Barry Bonds? He did a year in jail not to tell on Barry Bonds. I bet Barry Bonds caked him up real good when he got out.
Hmm.
When he didn't get remember
Hmm.
that
Yep.
the dude had the scoop on Barry Bonds, but he chose not to tell and did a year in jail. They held him in there for a year and he didn't say nothing. I bet he living good right now. I'm just saying if I'm Melly, that's what I'm doing now. He still got to get around them boys was shot after they was dead. You're gonna have to get around the cell phone
Yeah,
records that put you on the scene, and
yeah.
they're gonna put you on the scene at the time of death. And let's be real, if he ain't got a snitch, but it still will be a question as to if Bortman did this, how come you didn't tell us Bortman did this?
Okay, check this out. So the fucked up part about what happened is Melly got he got the casing that's in the bag. That's
Yeah,
number one.
we got to
Forget
get around.
everything else, right?
Yeah,
Then
that's
he
tough.
has the ping. I mean the location to Fredo Bang. That like, come on, man. Now we can talk about everything else, but those are things that come from your phone.
Yeah,
Those are things. If they didn't have his phone,
Yeah.
track. If they didn't have his phone, track.
Stuck the man.
Then nigga, it's a possibility. The theory of when they said a person gives their phone to somebody else and they got their phone and all that might have worked. But
Yeah,
when you give a nigga the phone,
even though that's far fetched as hell, because I ain't getting nobody my damn phone.
I'm trying to just be devil's advocate.
Right,
You get
right,
what I'm saying? Like
right,
I'm trying to be the nigga that's gonna come on here and do all the extra shit.
right.
I know what's going on, but
I got
nigga,
you. I got
okay,
you.
so bam. So nigga, without the phone, okay, so they got the phone. So now you still got Jacoby Mills statement. You still got track statement against
Hmm.
Jacoby Mills. You still got the forensics. You know what I'm saying? You still
Oh,
got
oh yeah, you right too. You know how I know you
you
right,
shot the
audio?
car up on the wrong side of the car.
You know how I know you're right because that's what happened in the Tory Lanez trial. Kelsey gave a statement originally, pretty much saying Tory did it, and then she went in there when they went to trial and tried to say he didn't do it and all this and that. And they actually went off her initial statement that she gave that night when she talked to the police. They discredited it because they knew that Tory might have paid her or something like that to change her story. Yep.
Yeah, so
Yep.
at the end of the day, it's reasonable doubt. It ain't about the weapon, it ain't about the forensic, everything. It's what you can prove and what I can prove.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that's it, bro.
that's what I've
Like
been.
we gotta be
That's what I've been
patient.
saying.
You know
And
what I'm saying? Like
and
Yeah.
we
also
only on day 3. Like it seems like outlandish because goddamn, we ain't seen this much footage or this much people coming up talking in 3 days.
you
In
know what
any case,
You know what we ain't really thinking about either. That we got to give the jury credit for. We got to give the jury some credit here. Everybody, even the Melly fans at this point, feel like Melly did it. Very few of them feel like Melly is totally innocent. They just feel like Melly can beat this, right? So I would assume that the jury's gonna feel the same way. They're gonna feel like Melly did this, and if they feel like Melly did this, I'm tell y'all, some people keep talking about that reasonable doubt shit. That shit is a myth. I'm telling you, man. Listen, them people don't give a damn about no reasonable doubt when you're in the courtroom. That shit is like something to make you feel like that you can beat this case. You know how many niggas went to jail on a death row that got reasonable doubt? A lot of us, a lot of motherfuckers being there. If this shit look like you most likely did it, they gonna convict your ass. You feel what I'm saying? Circumstantial evidence. That I'm telling you, I seen that dude. He supposed to have killed his wife. They got was him going to the Everglades. He went to the Everglades. They never found his wife's body. They pinged his phone in the Everglades. His ass is in jail right now for life
Mhm.
for killing his wife. They never
Mhm.
found her body or
there it
nothing.
is right there.
Yeah,
That,
yeah,
that's a real situation that happened. So
yeah.
now it makes me feel more comfortable understanding this case because it's like, yeah, like I ain't Googled like how many niggas without a weapon, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, and
yeah.
shit like that. But for you to have a situation that happened like that, yeah, nigga, yeah,
Oh yeah, I got an uncle in the pen right now that had no real evidence except for circumstantial evidence against
yeah.
him that he committed the crime, and his ass is doing life.
I'm
He
telling you.
did it,
I'm
but they didn't really have no evidence to prove it.
right. If
And
they
this was back before they even had cell phone evidence and shit.
right, all they got to
He
do is
been in prison since I was like
all they,
9, 10.
all they got to do is feel like you most likely did it, and there it is, right there. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I know they're trying to throw this shit like Portland did it, but nobody believes Portland did it. Even them saying Portland had gunpowder residue on him, nobody believes Portland did it. This man was the driver. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody know that. Nobody believes Portland did this shit. Not one person. You know what I'm saying? Except them delusional motherfuckers.
man, look at the crime scene inside the car. If Borland did it, nigga, you had to go to a water hose. You had to get blood off you. You had
What?
splatter, nigga. It was matter, blood matter in
And
that car.
when I seen how little blood on he had on him, I knew he didn't do it. Even the blood on his back, he got that blood on his back when he probably turned away from the shooting. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't have a lot of blood on him for him to be done did this. I bet you Melly was drenched in blood. I'm telling
Yeah, because did you see the direction that Juby had to have fallen over towards left,
Right.
That's my point.
because that center console was full of blood.
Right.
Yeah, man. Like you seen the matter. You seen it. You seen what was going on. So for him, where did you change your clothes? Where's your clothes? Who took your clothes? Who did that? Like, if you want to put it in perspective, like, come on, bro. Like, yeah, we don't
But
have a.
also, let's be playing devil's advocate.
Okay,
Not a piece of evidence they have right now. There's nothing that points to it being Melly right
that's what I
now
say.
with
That's why I
anything they
say.
Yeah.
presented.
That's why I
Not
say.
a
But
piece
but
of nothing.
we know where he went after the fact. We know everything. So I'm thinking that later on in this case, they gonna lay it out on the line, and we gonna understand it, and we gonna be like, that's what we thought, but we just don't understand it now because we not lawyers, we not defense attorneys, we not none of that. We're just giving our opinion. So I
Right.
think I truly believe that trust the process, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
gonna come
I
out
Yeah.
right.
I feel we just going
I
off.
understand what
Yeah.
you're saying, but I still will die on this hill that that bitch ain't doing enough to argue this case.
Yeah. I'm with you
I'm
on
willing to
that.
die on that one.
Yeah. She ain't
She's not.
impressing me. She not impressing
She's
me.
not impressing me, and she's not impressing anyone really.
I
If you
seen it.
look at all the videos of all the different lawyers analyzing her and how she's handling this case, ain't nobody confident in her ass.
Think about
Nobody.
think about
I
this.
think they need to let the other lady argue every now and then.
Think about this, Tanel. I said that from her opening statement. Remember, I said that. I
Mhm.
said that from the opening statement. I was like, "What the hell?" You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? She even messed up a few times. She even said it was a drive-by a couple times. I was like, "What the fuck? Shut up, bitch! What you mean it's a drive-by? It wasn't no drive-by." She's like, "Oh, excuse me. I mean, like, man, shut up. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?"
it should have. Yeah, should have been alleged, but she even, ain't even saying the proper verbiage. It's like
Right. And
I,
I don't I do not understand why they not calling this man demons instead of demons. Call the
well,
man
she did
demons.
once. I heard her say it once when I went back and looked at the opening statement. She said it one time, but
Man,
the next time she corrected herself and called him demons,
it
and I'm
must be
just like, no, go
it,
ahead and say demons.
right. It must be some dumbass criminals down there in Broward County because these the people that's convicting y'all of y'all murders. These motherfuckers here. God.
And that's why I want to know her record
Right.
and how many cases she's prosecuted and how many wins does she have, and is this her first death penalty case or has she tried them before, and I need to find out who's the supporting counsel on this case too, the other
Mhm,
lady sitting at the table, and
mhm.
find out what her record is too. I'm gonna do some more digging. I'll have more notes tomorrow, guys, but I need to find that out too because I want to know, do y'all really know what y'all doing?
Right. Them lawyers
you
that
know
them lawyers that they had on the case, the Anthony case, the ones that lost, the prosecutors, they better than the ones that I see here.
yeah.
Marco Mera, and I forgot the other dude, other motherfucker name, but Marco Mera better than them motherfuckers. God
Yeah,
damn. But
and then it's also going to hinge on the damn judge at the end of the case when he gives them their jury deliberation instructions
mhm,
and what he tells them that they can rule on and can't rule on, or can and can't consider in a court of law when they try to convict him or determine rather if he's innocent or guilty. Sometimes, and I think that was part of the reason why Casey Anthony jury said that they didn't convict her is because of the jury instruction
and
as
that's
to as the definition of the law. Well, if that's the definition of the law, she doesn't meet that, so we can't convict her. Type shit.
right. And Fredo Bang should have been charged with accessory after the fact. Now, somebody, I ain't gonna say their name, but somebody made a good point. And they said that Fredo Bang probably just got a phone call and he went and picked up Melly. And at that time, he did not know what the situation was. He just went and picked him up because he called him, picked him up. True. But once I picked him up and I saw that he had blood on him, and
Yeah,
when he got back to my house and I had to give him a change of clothes and all of that, because they alluded to that when they was questioning Fredo Bang. At that point right there, he was supposed to, in by the law, divulge, because it's a law if you know a crime, if you know somebody committed a crime and you don't tell them, that's a charge. If you don't tell the police,
Yeah.
that's a charge. So what
Yeah.
I'm saying is I would have charged his ass with accessory after the fact. Once I would have found out that he went and picked him up by pinging his cell phone and all of that there, his ass would have got charged with accessory after the fact. And then I would have
Yeah.
just left it up to us to as the, when I mean us, I would have left it up to the state to prove that he did it. But I would have put pressure on him. I also would have had track ass pressure on the track ass too. I would have and I would have drugged that canal. That canal that y'all pinged them to, they say a canal. I mean, y'all can find a gun in a goddamn canal. Y'all got divers
Yeah.
and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how come it's nothing that said they drugged the canal or anything? Like I just don't understand it. I would have even pinged their phones prior to the crime because I want to know how y'all know to go to Alligator Alley where it's dark at, where it's dead into a waste play or whatever it was, it dead into there. How do y'all know to go to that spot? Out of all the spots, how do y'all know that? Y'all must have scoped that spot out before. I would have tracked their movement at least a month prior to the murders. I would have.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to know how far back they went looking into the cell phone information too.
Right.
That, yeah,
It seemed like
because
yeah, go ahead, Janelle.
that's like the key to knowing if it's truly premeditated. Because in order for them to know that spot, you had to scope it out. So how far in advance did you scope this shit out?
Yes, and the situation about the text message about the Chicago thing, that is key at this point. They need that. They need to if those cell phone records do exist, they need them right now to show premeditation.
Yeah.
And they need something to point that Melly did this because uh Melly's trying to come up with this whole scenario that he didn't have his phone or whatever or whatever. But if they got them text messages in Chicago and Melly's in Chicago and we know he has that phone on him at that time, then you could pretty much say that Melly was the one who was sending the text message that said or that they was gonna try to do whatever they was gonna try to do to them at that time. I
Mhm.
got another question. Melly is a talkative motherfucker. Like he tells a lot. Like he said whatever he said after the fact or whatever, whatever. I find it hard to believe if this premeditated that he ain't got some kind of digital record of him planning this. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's why I'm excited for the cell phone evidence. I
Mhm.
keep saying there's two things I wanted to hear about. The coroner, I want to see what she has to say because I think it's a black lady who's a coroner, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's a woman, but I think she's black from the sound of her name.
Oh.
And I want to know this cell phone evidence
Mhm.
because all of that
Is Melly going
would
to be?
be.
Is Melly? I mean to cut you out. Is Melly going to be able to prove, or well, I ain't gonna say prove, but create reasonable doubt to and say that this is he didn't have his cell phone on him at that time? I'm just asking y'all.
I don't think so, in particular that night, because you on camera with it in your hand,
Hmm.
leaving out of the studio.
Hmm.
So that would be that specific time when this crime committed. That's gonna be a hard one to get around because you on camera with the phone in your hand walking out the studio.
Hmm.
And like I said before, unless he stopped, dropped, and rolled out the car while the car was still moving on the highway to get out of that gray Jeep Compass to get into the red Mitsubishi, and they couldn't stop either because their cell phone records proved that they didn't stop either. And somehow Superman through the window when they was riding by. Ain't no way you was nowhere else but in that car with that phone.
Hmm. I think what's gonna have to happen is those jurors gonna have to key in on a few key things that really point to Melly, like the cell phone that put him in the back seat, the shots coming from where they came from that actually killed those boys, um,
Hmm.
the cell casing, um, and what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I think it's gonna be like those little few things that they're gonna have to key on. I think the rest of the stuff is just like a distraction, really.
Yeah. And what do you think about this gang enhancement shit? Because
Again,
really, that's what the death penalty is hinging on, him being a gang member and this being
Man, it's too many
done
videos
for the
out there
benefit of the gang.
with him being, representing what he represents. There's too many videos they can show.
okay,
So
so
But how is killing Sack and Juvie for the betterment or for the betterment of the gang?
that's what I was just gonna say. So I think they can prove he's a gang member for sure, but is they going to be able to prove that he killed them because of the gang affiliation? Like, how do you know that? Like, unless it's some text messages that they can, you know, you know, you know what I mean? Like, try to kind of make it seem like, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I said it from the jump. I think that's a reach,
yeah,
even in the paperwork. Because I'm gonna just be honest with you. When I was reading the paperwork, the police that because it's a detective deposition. That's what all of this come out at. He's a gang expert, and it seemed like him and the state attorney was kind of going back and forth because the state attorney was trying to make him say certain shit about Melly them, and he actually straight up told him, he's like, listen, man, I cannot say that. He said, I'm not gonna say what you try to make me say. I'm gonna tell you what I know. I'm gonna tell you what I know for a fact. The rest of that shit, I'm not gonna say that. And that's what he was saying in the paperwork that I read. If y'all want it, I'll email it to y'all. But
did you ever get my email?
I ain't even checked. So now
Because
I ain't checked
I,
my emails.
okay, yeah, I emailed you this morning.
Okay, I'll check it. I'll go look at it. Matter of fact, I think I did when I just looked at what audio just sent me. That
Okay.
I think
I
I
mean,
did.
it's no rush. I was just making sure you got it
Mhm. I
because
think I
sometimes it'll send unknown email to your spam folder. I wanted to make sure you saw it.
yeah, I think it's in there. Now that you
Okay.
mentioned it, I think I did see it just a minute ago when I was looking up that video that he had just sent me.
Yeah,
Um,
like I said, no rush.
but I do
I
agree.
think the gang enhancement is a reach as
Me
well, though,
too.
Marita, like for real.
I think it's a reach. I said it when I first read it. I was like, I see what they're trying to do, but I just don't see how they're gonna tie it in and say, yeah, these guys was he did this because of the gang
Hmm.
affiliation. Like, how are you gonna prove that? Now you can now he is a documented gang member. I don't know how they uh how they found whatever they found in order to document him. Maybe all they need is watching some of your videos seeing you throw up some stack or something. Maybe they could document you like that. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. When we was in Orlando, um it's a little neighborhood gang that we was supposedly involved in, but really we wasn't in no damn gang. But being that so many people in that area was claiming or saying that they
Hmm.
had a bunch of my homeboys that was classified as a gang, but it really wasn't even no gang. It really was just bullshit and playing. And a lot of people just caught on to it, and it was like a little fad thing. And the police downtown had them classified as a gang though. So, but how is it gonna prove that this guy did this because he was in a gang? I just don't know how
Right.
to improve it.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to figure out where they were going with that too.
Now,
But also, go ahead.
is it other mitigating factors that they can use to give him the death penalty? I'm sure there are, but I just don't know. I don't know what they are. You get what I'm saying?
But I think because of the the crime itself, because I don't know what qualifies a death penalty eligible crime
Uh,
in Florida. I know the 6 ways you can get the death penalty in Texas, right?
uh,
I don't know what you have to do in order to get a death penalty qualified crime in Florida. I don't know that. I would have to look it up. So
yeah.
even if there are mitigating factors that you would normally get the death penalty for, does it qualify because of these other conditions that he has to meet first? to even
Right.
be considered for the death penalty
Right.
outside of this gang enhancement shit, because that's really what they put on the table in order to charge him with the death penalty in the first place.
Right.
Like in Texas, you have to uh, kill a child under the age of they increased the age, so now it went from 6 to 12, I think it is. You have to kill a law enforcement officer. You have to commit a murder while in the commission of another crime. You have to be a serial killer. You have to what is it? And it's two other ones I can't think of, but it's only 6 ways, that you would even qualify.
Wow.
Even if it is a first degree murder charge, it's only 6 other additional factors, that would make you death penalty eligible. So I don't know what makes you death penalty eligible in Florida. Let me write that down. Let me look that up too.
See, I was under
So I
the,
can,
and again, I don't know a lot about that, but I just, and this all I'm learning, but I was thinking like, damn, I always thought that I never really knew as to what was the criteria for them to give people the death penalty. You know what I mean? But I just thought that, okay, so what I'm trying to say is, say they take away the gang shit, could he still get the death penalty?
I don't think so.
Wow.
Like I said, I have to look it up to make sure, but I know that they were saying the reason why the death penalty was on the table in this case was because of the gang shit. So if you take that off the table and it's not proven in trial that this had anything to do with any type of gang, nothing, is he still eligible for the death penalty? I don't know. That's why I'm going to have to go and look up and see what crimes are death penalty eligible in Florida. That's something I'm going to do later on today.
Do he got grounds for appeal already with what we done discovered or what they done divulged?
No, and one of the reasons why is because one of the reasons why they went so in depth into that ballistic shit was so he cannot come back later with appeal and use that as one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why, and that's what my dad told me this morning. One of the reasons why they had that man on the stand, even just showing the different parts of the gun, because that shit was so boring. Lord have mercy. I'm getting sleepy even thinking about it. But that's part of the reason why too. And I also heard another attorney on what is it, the Law and Crime Network. He said the same thing. They're going so in depth because they don't want Melly to be able to come back on appeal and say, well, the jury didn't know about this, and this with ballistics, so that's why I have grounds for an appeal. Nope. They went over it thoroughly, which I get, but I think they could have left some of that stuff out. They didn't necessarily have to go quite as in depth as they did, but that's another reason why I say it's kind of shaky when it comes to this woman and the case she's presenting.
Has she been the only one cross-examining these witnesses so far?
She's the only one I've seen.
That's strange. Normally they have a little change of pace. They have different attorneys. Like I even seen the defense. I seen the black dude questioning some of the witnesses. I seen the Caucasian dude question some of the witnesses. Like, please don't tell me they left this woman out there on the island by herself.
I hope not. I don't think so. I think the black lady is going to get up, but later on, she's what is she, Hispanic? But the one who's been arguing so far, she's, obviously the lead attorney on the case. But I think her supporting cast, her assistant attorney on this case, should get up and say something. Hell, gonna have to eventually, because that woman can't argue that whole case by herself. She could barely hold the opening arguments together by herself.
I'm telling you, I promise you I could have talked better than her, man. I'll tell you, I believe it. I really
and
believe
and don't get me wrong, I get where audio crack coming from. I do. Honestly, I do.
Yeah, I get where it come from.
I like I said, I'm gonna die on that hill that this woman could do a much better job in this case.
She ain't impressive.
So what you think that the ex-girlfriend mama, you think she gonna be like a witness on the stand?
I think.
Oh hell yeah.
I think they got on house arrest and shit like that. So you know how them older people is. Well, I ain't gonna say she older, but I'm saying a mature person, a grown person, they be all right with it until the jail time or something involved. You see what I'm saying? And she was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
She was cool until they put her ass on house arrest and detained her ass and all of that type of shit there. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, she gonna tell. She might tell it, man.
Yeah.
She a woman
Hell
too
yeah,
at
she
that.
gonna tell.
She ain't.
She ain't going to jail for Melly. She wasn't screwing him shit.
Mhm.
Hopefully she
She don't
taught her
love him
daughter
like that.
dumb.
Say that again, Bully.
Said hopefully she taught her daughter into not being dumb for that nigga. Like
I think the daughter pissed off because Melly then dumped her and got a new girlfriend. She the scorned
Oh,
ex.
I don't know.
Remember?
She is, but I say that's why yeah, but at the same time, I think that's why I think what the defense been doing been so instrumental in what with the other people who might be on the fence watching, so they might be like, shit, I ain't finna tell on Melly. Melly look like he finna beat this shit. You feel me? Shit, I can give me some money out this deal. Shit, she the girlfriend too. Shit, because let's be real. That's why all these people is pro Melly. I'm talking about the people that's really close to Melly, because Melly got a
Yeah.
bag. That's what it is. He got a bag, and they
They think he got a bag. Melly ain't got a bag no more.
right. He ain't got no bag, but they also looking at if he get out, he definitely gonna get a bag. You know what I'm
He'll
saying?
get a bag,
Yeah.
but shit, he gonna have to get up out of Florida too if he gonna live.
Oh yeah, they gonna scoop him up.
Because it ain't safe.
Mm-mm.
So, but this is what I wanted to ask you. Did you pay attention to the to the ballistics when they were talking about the rods versus the strings?
Somewhat, but not a lot. That dude was pissing me off. But go ahead.
Well,
the old guy.
Yeah. Bill, not a science
Yeah,
guy.
nah, yeah.
he was
Yeah.
real
And,
adamant about like making the strings look inaccurate, but he didn't say anything about the rods being accurate or whatever.
right.
I heard
I mean,
something.
because the rod is solid. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I really want to know I want you to elaborate on what you was what you heard him say.
Well, basically, the defense attorney was questioning about the strings and how accurate the stringing of the bullet trajectory would be versus using the rod for the bullet trajectory. And for me, it's just like, yeah, you could kind of say that the strings would be off or whatever, but if you're pulling them tight, they gonna be just as solid and show you the exact damn path that a rod would. So what difference would it make? But the defense attorney was doing his job and trying to bring up reasonable doubt about, the accuracy of doing the reconstruction of the trajectory of the bullets with the strings. So I just wanted to know what everybody else thought about that, because I thought that was a good point to make, even though it's kind of a mute point, but it was a good point to make.
Yeah, he said that they could use string, rods, or lasers. You know what I mean? And I guess he used the strings. You know what I'm saying? And I also
Well, he used.
Go ahead.
I saw pictures with the rods. Did he have pictures with the strings?
I don't remember.
I didn't see them show that, but he was basically asking if he used the rod or the string first. And I think he said he used strings before he used rods.
And I also heard him say that if you don't have a secondary hole, it's hard to tell what a bullet actually went to. He said he's like, you can have one bullet hole, but you kind of need another bullet hole to kind of like line the string up to, or the rod up to. You know what I'm saying? And then he would have said the bullet changed trajectories depending on what they hit and all this type of shit.
That's the truth, though.
Yeah, it is.
It does that in your body when it hits something solid.
Right, and then he went from saying that the shooter was he said the shooter was between 4'8" and 5'10", and then the black dude tricked him into saying that people could shoot from the hip, people could shoot over the head, people could shoot straight up. I was like, look at this fucking guy.
But get this, I also looked up Borton's stats, right? Because I heard that if he said between 4'8" and 5'10", well, Bort is out of that because he's 5'11" and a half. So according to even what you tricked him into saying he couldn't have been the shooter.
Yeah, he made that officer look like a dork today.
Right.
Yeah, he did. But I also think there's a language barrier there too, because he obviously not from here. So
Mhm.
whether he speaks a different language and English is his second language, or he's from like Great Britain or whatever, and they speak the Queen's English, and we just speak our own. Hell, you got 50 different dialects of English in America by itself.
Mhm.
I think it might have been a communication barrier up with that.
I
Oh
noticed.
Lord, do y'all see this comment in the chat?
What is it?
It is crazy. She said, I'm just thinking, what if Melly and Sack wasn't the only ones and they whole crew was what is it? What if Melly and Sack wasn't the only ones and they whole crew that was sleeping together? Oh,
Oh man, it could have. I mean,
idiot.
I don't know. I know. AD when he got the baby oil.
If anybody else
Idiot.
was, I feel like Borland. I feel like Borland was probably, the third participant. Some shit like that.
Portland could have definitely been slanging that way.
I tell you what, it seemed like he would have did anything to stay on that ship. We see him take two dead bodies to the house to the hospital. So hey, boy,
Right.
he would have
I ain't
did
putting
anything.
shit past you.
Right,
Because if you willing to drive up into a hospital with two dead bodies in the car, knowing you ain't did nothing to them boys, you about willing to do anything.
right.
Either you a fool for that one though.
Yes, he is.
On
Sit up,
top of
sit
that, though, that really goes to show, man, he's never had like let's say a father figure or an OG figure to tell him to stay away from situations like that or to beware of situations like that and what to do. They're placed in a situation like that.
Man, he
Yeah,
never even had a mother to tell him to stay away from situations like that. Cause ain't his mother drugged out?
that's what they say. I never met her, but that's
You
what they
know,
say. I know his
and
dad. I know his daddy though.
unstable.
I know his daddy. I don't know his daddy as well as me and Spooner because his daddy from Gifford. But I'm saying when I was down there, his daddy was popular. Tony Henry got a name. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
he played football, Vero Beach High School. Like he had a little name. Like you know what I mean? Because when I asked him who his daddy was, he said, "You know Tony Henry." And I was like, I don't know him like that, but I'm saying I know of him. Like like his name rung a little bit when we was growing up. So, but Spoon said he went to jail for a while, and and then of course, but the mama was doing whatever she was doing, and that kind of like made they families they home situation very unstable and shit like that there. But I'm saying,
Yeah, cause ain't that why Chloe was with Spoon?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm saying like uh I would have thought being how popular his daddy was uh when I was down there, which was a long time ago, I would have thought that he would have kind of came up a little bit way more stable than that. But from the looks of it, nah, shit, it wasn't
So
like
from what
that.
you know about his pops coming up, was he ever involved in any crash out situations or was his mind involved? From what you know.
I don't know him like that. I can't say. I'm pretty
Mm.
sure Spoon got stories on everybody. Trust me. I bet you Bullet hold that question for when he come on the panel and he gonna tell you for sure. But
What was the question? I'm gonna write it down so we don't forget.
go ahead, Bullet.
Basically like was his father's mindset like was he involved in any crash out situations or was his mind a little off type shit?
Okay.
And I'm gonna go and say this too while we on the Jay Green. That nigga come from a family of hustlers. I'm telling you, he got an uncle named Greg White, was pretty big time. His daddy, I know his daddy real good. I know Jay Green real good. Like he grew up with us. Like we played basketball together all the time. Shit, he older than us, but his daddy, Bully. When I tell you his daddy was one of the best basketball players I ever seen in my life. I'm talking about he was like a point guard. I think he went to Auburn, but he came back. You know what I'm saying? But Jay Green, I think that's your phone, brother.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
my
gotta be.
headphones. Shit, my bad.
Hey, his his daddy, they had money. They had money. They was like you know what I'm talking about? Like they had money, you know what I'm saying? But I guess he chose to get into the streets. But what I'm saying is, whatever they did, they was like the Joneses. You get what I'm saying? Like they kind of like always had. Now, Jalen did not grow up in Wabasa. His mama is from, I guess, Vero or Gifford or something like that. But his daddy is from Wabasa. His daddy is from where Spoon from. His daddy is Wabasa through and through. But they had money. I'm telling you, they had money. Like the uncle was a big time. He was big time. When I left, he was in the feds. He was gone for a long time. Greg White was big, and his daddy. When I tell you, he was one of the coldest basketball players I ever seen. Like he could have been pro. Like he wasn't that big. He wasn't no high flyer dunker. He was like a point guard, but he kind of tall, but not that tall. He probably about 6'1", 6'2", but he could do it all. He could dribble, he could pass, he was real smooth. He could shoot, talk shit, everything. Like if you got Jay Green on your team, like you're gonna win. Like he was just that good. Like when you seen him, he was better than just playing on the playground. Like, you know how some people good on the playground, you're like, oh yeah, he just good, but on the playground. No, when you saw him, you was like, oh yeah, this nigga like a college type motherfucker. Like he was on another level like that. So it didn't surprise me that Jalen had some sort of talent. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, even though he wasn't a basketball player, I just kind of figured, he was kind of, you know what I'm trying to say? You ever seen the people that come
Yeah,
from a
yeah,
family? They kind of always have something good going on for them. The children, the daddy, the mama. That's how he was. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? He
Trust me, I understand. In
he
my
came
family, you either sing or you draw,
right.
or you do both.
He came from hood royalty, is what I'm saying. Now I don't know his mama.
Hmm.
God, and they say his mama passed, so God bless the dead. And next Spoon said his mama was a real nice lady or whatever. I think Spoon and Jay Green mama was friends, like real close friends. And he said she was a real nice lady or whatever. And she passed away. God rest her soul. But I'm saying, as far as on his daddy's side, he come from hood royalty. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So let's talk about the antics in the courtroom.
Hmm.
You know that every time they put a picture up of Stack Juvie, really any picture, that Jamie is looking all around the courtroom looking for everybody's reactions and shit. She want to see how everybody acted. And then she looking over at Melly constantly. It's almost like she's trying to talk to him. So when we see him looking off into the sunset, as I like to say, he looking at his mama and trying to figure out what she mouthing to him and shit.
You think that's what it
Because
is?
they suspect, because they suspect that little kiss shit that he did. He was blowing his mama a kiss.
Hmm.
Now, because it's God, I forgot the dude's name. It's a black guy that's in the courtroom. So he see all this shit going on.
Hmm. Oh
When they
yeah,
said Melly is
I saw that when
acting,
they said that. Go ahead though.
they say Melly is acting real weird. He
Yeah,
doing everything that he shouldn't be.
I got a question. Do you think that his lawyers are gonna make him tone it down going forward?
If they know what they doing, they would,
Hmm.
because
Like
he's doing the damn
and
most.
prosecution do like a little recap over the weekend to see kind of how shit is playing out.
I barely heard you.
We didn't hear you, Bully.
Yeah, but I got these weekend headphones. My bad. But I feel like the prosecution and the defense will do like a little recap over the weekend and kind of see, where their strong points was, or how to
Hmm.
maneuver going forward and into the next week.
I
Oh
actually,
yeah.
I actually think that the way he behaved in the courtroom, I don't. I think it could. I think if he keep it up, it gotta eventually rub the jury the wrong way, because it making you look very cocky, confident, and it's weird. It's weird. Like who would be doing that on trial for murder and possibly get the death penalty? If I was
Yeah.
if I'm a juror, I'm definitely looking at him and saying like, what is he doing? Like this guy, and he would be if I'm a juror, if I'm somebody who's not from the streets and I'm a juror, he would definitely look scary to me. You got all the tattoos. I'm looking at what you're accused of, and you're doing all these weird movements and gestures in the courtroom. Like I would be like, this guy. I don't know if he did it, but this guy's something. He's something's going on.
Because
He
he
might be.
flat out started rapping in the damn courtroom earlier.
Right. Now I would say that some of the what he doing, I don't think the jury is in the courtroom when it's going down, but some of it they are in there when it's going down. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, when he started rapping, they was in the middle of a what you call it testimony, so
Oh
they was
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
And
I
to
got
me, the relationship that he has with his attorney, the lady attorney, is kind of weird.
what you thinking?
They just too damn close. You know what I mean? She got that demonic shit on her too, if you ask
Mm-hmm.
me.
Mm-hmm. I thought the
Just
same
I mean,
thing.
look how they interact with each other though. That don't look weird to you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just seemed like they like super duper close. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
beyond just attorney client type shit.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she's slipping in them Percocets when she go visit him, like a young thug attorney was trying to do.
Maybe. I'm
Yeah.
sorry if y'all hear noise. I had to come let my dog out.
Oh no, you're okay.
Yeah, it's weird. You know, I just I don't get it.
Yes, it is weird. I would be telling him to just to sit there, be still, and don't do too much. Don't give them too much. Don't make the jury not like you or possibly not like you for some of the
Yeah,
mannerisms
yeah,
you're giving
like
off.
yeah, like don't give them a reason to convict you. Basically, shit, nigga, you fighting for your life.
I think that kiss shit. I think that's some voodoo shit. I really do. And I
Yeah,
don't and I'm covered by the blood, so but at the same time, it just looked very strange to me. You know what I mean?
yeah, I said that too.
Maybe whoever his woo lady or whatever told her, look, you got to do this at least twice every 2 hours or some shit like they said when you're in the courtroom, because that don't look like no normal. Those are not normal mannerisms that people give off.
Yeah,
That's what it looks weird. That's not even if you blowing somebody a kiss, that's not even a normal way to blow a kiss. You know what I mean?
it's not. It's not. Unless you just being extra because you zesty.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And when we think he rapping, what if he's praying?
He
Like
might be.
to whatever little voodoo god or whatever they got. I'm just saying, it shit
He
look weird to
might
me,
be.
man. Shit look
He
weird to me.
might be. But the energy that I get from him ain't right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I really literally almost want to do the sign of the cross over myself every time I see that nigga pop up on my screen. Like
I'm
for real.
telling you. And I'm gonna say this: when I look at him, like, and I watch how he move and the shit he doing, like, and he got a temper too. Cause I seen it yesterday when he was going back and forth with the attorney when I guess somebody in the seats was kind of him and him got it.
Hmm.
They got into it, and I could tell how he was adamant when he was like talking to the lawyer or whatever.
Yeah.
He got a little temper on him too. And looking at
Yeah,
him,
because he was saying, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I was
mhm,
able to read his lips saying that.
and and
Because I
and
guess she was asking who that was or what's the problem or, whatever like that. And he was like, I don't know. I don't know.
and being that he'll do that in the middle of a trial where you fight for your life, that dude, man, if he get out, man, I can't say he won't end up back in there. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't look like
Yeah.
nobody who got self control. He look like the type of person that when he get mad, he'll do this the same like what he's alleged to have done. Cause ain't no way in hell, I don't give a damn. Ain't no way in hell I'd be up in there doing all that shit in front of millions of people, even if the jury ain't watching it. People got this shit recorded. This shit going all over the airways. Like I'm gonna be in that thing looking like stiff. You ain't gonna be able to get no kind of read my body language, no kind of way.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna be innocent as a newborn child.
Mhm. But I'm gonna end this live, y'all, because I gotta get back up at 9, and when the trial starts, I'm gonna run it from now. So I'm gonna try to get me 6, 7, 8. Now I'm trying to get me 3 hours of sleep. Bully gone. Look at him. Bully out of here, boy. All right. Shout out to Tanel Bourne. Shout out to Dream Dog. Shout out to Sophisticated Nunu. Shout out to Battalion Bully. Shout out to Chick 1000, aka Chick 1K. Shout out Audio Crack 22. That's my guy. Shout out Flyboy Michael Foe. Shout out Nephew for Real. Shout out Tamara, aka Peanut. Shout out Eddie. I see you in there, Eddie. And now our powers combine. Shout out to Spoon, man. If you ain't subscribed to Spoon channel, go subscribe to my boy Spoon channel. On YouTube, that's Spoon Fools the Game. That's YNW Juvie Father. Shout out to DJ Akademiks for posting me and Spoon today, man. That was a good look, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. And shout out to King AK47 for getting Spoon a shout out. Shout out to all you guys who've been supporting the channel. Hit that like button on the way out, man. I appreciate it. If you ain't already hit it, man. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on all your post notifications, man. I appreciate it. Long live Sack Chaser, long live Juvie, man. And
Amen.
And I'm just glad that we building a nice family here. And I just want y'all to know that those of us who've been on this side, and we fighting for what's right, man, that I appreciate y'all. Y'all should take some sort of joy inside that, knowing that you is fighting for what's right. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's a good thing, man. I know in this world what we going on now, it's a lot of negativity. It'd be a lot of pressure just to do what everybody else do. And but at the same time, those of you who are in this with us and fighting for these young men, man, that's a blessing, man. You should feel good about yourself, man. Let me tell y'all something. I know a lot of times we see stuff around us and it may shake your faith and make you believe that it ain't no God. But let me tell you something. God sits up high and he looks down low. So he see you, and just keep doing what you're doing, even though you might feel like even if the way this case looking, man, man, I'm tell you something. God got to find a say, man. God got to find a say. And I just want y'all to think about this too. Just imagine, let's just say Juvie and Sack Chaser up in heaven. Can you imagine for as long as they've been gone, to feel like maybe they felt like they didn't have a voice and nobody was speaking up for them, and to now to see that it's a community of us that's fighting for them and speaking for them, man. I'm pretty sure. I know if it was me, I know I would want this to be happening. You know what I'm saying? I would want some good people in the world to fight for me. You know what I mean? So I just want to thank all y'all, man. We're gonna go live again at 9 o'clock. I'm gonna just get me about 3 hours worth of sleep, and we're gonna go live again. And I might go live a little earlier than that so we can go over some of these videos that people been posting on YouTube concerning the case. Probably some of them that got Spoon in them, and I ain't gonna go over the negative ones that I don't like, but I'm saying some of the ones that probably highlighted or noticed something, like what's his name on Tanel that we like, the trial lawyer. We might go over the trial.
Yeah,
we'll go over him. Maybe we'll go over maybe we'll see what Bruce Rivers got to say. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. But
because he has done a couple breakdowns so far. I know he did the opening statement for the prosecution and then the opening statement for the defense as two separate videos. So he probably got something else new coming up too.
Right. And so yeah, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Good night. Well, good morning, because it's in the morning. I appreciate you, Tanel. Go and get you some sleep, girl. I don't know what time. I know you probably ain't gonna jump on with me first thing, but I pray that you jump on with me at some point tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'll be here. It's 4:46 in Houston. I only need a couple hours. I'll be all right.
Yeah, it's 5:44 here, so I'm finna get a couple of hours and I'm gonna be back up.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. Good night. Good morning. All right.